Free smoke. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time where you share this out with some people. There's going to be very, very valuable information. I think, though, I need to add more of a raunchy element to. It gets the people going. It gets the people going, man. We are here, ladies and gentlemen. Really, really excited about today. For everybody that is on their lunch break, we do it at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every single week. So meet us here Friday, Eastern Standard Time, and we are going to be live giving up the game. Listen, you all, we are in a space where we're going heavier into the schools. We have an entrepreneurial curriculum that is going to be complete in a few weeks. It's really, really cool, too, because it's 18 weeks, so it's a school year. School year or something? Yeah, so it's a school year. And we're going to be able to go into schools and teach the kids entrepreneurship. It's not necessarily financial literacy, although, of course, there's financial literacy in there. But to have an idea and to create something in the world where you can see what you thought about is an incredible gift. I was talking to this high school student one time. We were in, where was I? I was in Philly. I went to Gratz High School. And the kid said he needed $400 to start his business. And I said, well, how much money do you make? He said, my paycheck at Chick-fil-A is about $400 every 2 weeks. I said, cool. I understand you can't take the whole check and buy the camera. But I said, well, what you have to do is you have to carve out 10% of your income and put it away for the savings of this thing that you need. He said, I need a camera, let's say. Well, if you make $400 every 2 weeks and you take 10% of that, you will have $40 being saved every 2 weeks, which means in 10 paychecks, 20 weeks, less than half of a year, you'll be able to have this thing. And I saw the kid's eyes light up like a light bulb. He said, oh, wow, I get it now. So we don't just settle on the things that we don't have. We have to think entrepreneurial and we have to go get them, okay? So let me get into my monologue real quick. We got a full day today. We got a couple special guests that are popping in. So let's just jump into this thing, man. What we got, J-Star, what's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm incredible. What's happening?
Are you incredible?
I'm always. Let me get my spot. Hold on.
We gonna work on it.
There we go.
I got slide in.
Okay.
I'm good, man.
You're not coming to the middle of the screen. Yep, there we go. Right behind that.
I got
Okay.
slide all the way over.
All right. You're an artist.
Sure, for sure.
How many raps did we write this week?
Three this week.
So how long does it take you to write one?
It depends on it. It depends on the song. Like I can write one can like 10, 15 minutes. Another could take me a couple of days. It depends on the mode I'm in. Depends on now I'm too far old. It depends on it just depends. So each song is different. I can't say each song takes the same amount of time.
Good. Do you feel a way when your songs take days to write?
No, because I want the best work to be out. When it's done, I want to say it's done. When I present it, I want to know that I put my best foot forward, you know?
Let me ask this question. Have you ever been in a situation where a rap that you didn't like, you didn't think it was like that incredible, people loved? Mm-hmm. And the one you thought was your best bars ever, people like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely like that. Like posting music on social media, period, is kind of hard, right? Like it'd be some fire stuff I might have or I want to put out, and that don't really get the traction. Then I put like a funny video out, and that thing going crazy. So, I mean, it's always like that. You know, just trying to get people familiar with, you know, the music. Slide back. You know what I mean?
Well, you need to. Here's what I want. Here's what I want to prompt you to do.
Let's go.
I want you to make a piece of art every single day of this coming week. So, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay.
And I want you to come back Friday and say, I created 7 pieces of art.
7 pieces? All right. Now, we visuals too, or just?
Nah, I just need you to write it.
Okay.
Yeah, a visual too. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do that? I don't want I don't want to assume that you're better than you are.
Anything is possible. Yeah, I'm with you. You know I'm with the challenge,
Yeah,
man. Like
you saw the shade.
I saw the shit. I saw the shit
Okay, good.
I'm always with the challenge.
All right.
I'm gonna do it with you.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Let's get to it, man.
Let's make it
Listen, I want everybody around here to work hard.
Man, let's get
I
it.
want y'all to join me in this relentless feat of going after something. So let's hear this intro, then I'm going to get into the monologue. Then I'm going to bring up my partner, Nim. Let's get it.
Let's do it. Yo.
J-Star. Look, I ain't learn about no money when I was growing up. School ain't teach about no credit when I was growing up. Had to learn that for my...
Why it sound like that? Yeah. So we got an intro for those that don't know. And it sounds like Jay wrote some different bars for the intro. I like what's happening. How's it sound? Is it cool?
J-Star. Look, I ain't learn about no money.
No, okay, come on, get me right. Hold me down. All right, this is going to be a perfect opportunity to talk about the team over there, okay? Somebody, hey, give me my fractional CEO real quick. Give me my fractional COO, okay? All right, fractional COO.
Why you saying it like this?
We have a group of 3. We got Reese on the camera and the switcher. You are organizing everything, right? You need to make sure that everything's ready to go. She said to me on multiple occasions today, hey, let the record show we are ready. And
I did not say we are ready.
2 minutes before, we realized we don't have a camera and the music isn't working. Talk to me. COO, talk to me. Yeah. Yeah, you be all right. You're good. Go ahead. Go for it.
So first and foremost, I did not state that we are ready. I said let the record show I am waiting for X, Y, and Z. I never stated we are ready.
Okay. Do you want to start there? You want to start right there? We can start right there if you want to.
No.
Okay.
We're a team. How am I getting thrown out?
Because you are the COO.
So with that having been said, we are going to have some SOPs.
There we go.
In place. So when next Friday comes, everybody knows.
Is Nella's mic on? Somebody said they can't hear Nella.
Go crazy.
Come on, boy.
We're good? We
Now
good?
you're making me look even worse.
All right, go for it.
By next Friday, so SOPs will be in place.
Yeah, it says your mic isn't on.
Still?
Is your mic on?
It's on.
You just turned it on? Okay, cool.
It's probably the delay.
Come on. So the mic, no, the mic wasn't on. So you just turned it on, right?
This is on.
No, I'm saying, J-Star, your mic is on? Okay.
He didn't
It's good.
unmute
I'm just stretching you. Okay, this is all out of
Now
love.
I gotta have eyes in the back of my head too.
It's good now. Okay, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, go ahead.
So next Friday we will have SOPs in place to make sure everything is ready to go. So when 12 o'clock on the dot hits,
Let's go.
we'll be ready, up and running. Music will be tight
Yep.
and ready. We'll have all cameras in place
Mm-hmm.
and ready, and my mic will be unmuted.
Absolutely. And listen, y'all, this is what you call business. And it doesn't start, it takes years to get a system all the way right? It takes a while to dial things in. So, and get the people to gel together, because one of the biggest skill sets that someone can have is their ability to manage multiple projects. For one, some people can't manage themselves, but it's a whole nother skill set being able to not only put processes in place, but also getting the people that put the processes in place to actually do it without fail. So I think what you do is very necessary for entrepreneurs. So Jay started, we got it this week? Are we good?
We want to try.
We all right? Let's do it.
I want to see the regular play first.
Let's just run this one for this week. We out of time.
Look, I ain't got time for this small talk.
All right,
Your
cool.
big plan-
All right, no intro for the day. Do you have the instrumental? Is that working?
Yeah,
Well, I think this might be the.
Might be the speaker.
it might be the plug.
Hold on, let's do this. Let me see.
Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Everything said it is.
I really like.
We are all.
I like that. I like that this is happening live. This is a live production. So it just goes to show that we have some improvements and adjustments to make. It's like every week we good though normally.
Yeah. Typically. Yeah, it's something with the.
It's like the bass though.
Okay. And the microphone in the headphones, it didn't work either?
No, it
Sounds crazy in headphones? Okay. All right, well, we're just going to get to it. We're going to get to it, and then I'm going to bring in my partner for a minute. Listen, today's conversation is around enough is enough. When have you had enough? But before we get into there, because I got my sister in the room too, and we're really going to dig into this conversation, I want to talk about 3 things that I really, really value and I have a mission for. One is to become successful. That was my first goal was to become successful, to build a system or a formula or a product or a service, get an income stream that allows me to become successful. And I know what people are thinking, well, what does success mean? Well, mine's had something to do with some numbers. And then once I got some numbers, I wanted to be happy with the numbers I got. My first goal in success was be satisfied with where I am. And I know that contradicts a lot of entrepreneurs or entrepreneurial messages because, David, you're never supposed to be satisfied. You're supposed to always go at it. Well, I'm always going to go at it, but I'm never satisfied. You know what I mean? I'm always going to go at it, but I am satisfied with where I am. I'm okay. Okay, it's kind of hard to explain. But my philosophy is, I've accomplished some cool things, but if God doesn't do anything else in my life, I'm grateful. If I don't have the ability to make another dime, I'm grateful. I don't want God to job me. I don't want to get jobbed. Like, so what I did ain't good enough. Okay. Let's see what it looks like when you don't have anything. So I'm content, but I'm not going to stop going after it. Which honestly makes the game a little more fun because there's not as much pressure. So there's not a whole lot of things for my lifestyle that I'm gonna do with $300 million that I'm not doing right now. I don't like traveling like that. I love being at the crib, like hanging out with my babies. But I love the game. But my first goal was to become successful. Second goal was to create success, meaning if I can do something well and teach someone else how to do it, and they become successful, my second goal is accomplished. There's a lot of people that can become successful, but they can't create success. That is a whole nother skill set. So I'm extremely happy at the fact that I am responsible, not 100%, because they had to do the work, but if someone's success was equity, I got a little equity in there. I put a little bit in there. You know what I mean? I put something on that foundation. As you are building, I've been a part of this journey, and I'm happy about that. Third is to give the success away. I read a quote, and it changed my life forever. It said, it might have been Napoleon Hill or it might have been Jim Rohn, somebody, but he said, I made it a point to spend the first half of my life accumulating wealth and the second half of my life giving it all away. You can't take it with you. I never forgot that. I'm going to spend the first half of my life accumulating wealth and spend the second half of my life giving it all away. So those are my 3 steps of importance. I want to bring somebody in here, man, that is in the morning meetup. And we have a morning meetup, but then we have an inner circle. And it's the group of people that I am focused on creating success. Now, she's already successful. She's killing it. However, we are going to take her to another level. So, Janice, art thou there? Where you at, though? Oh, what's up? What's happening?
Hello. Can you guys see and hear me okay? Am I good?
Yes, we can. What's the word, man? Tell me something good.
I am alive and well. I'm breathing. All of my faculties are working. I'm all good. Can you guys hear me okay?
Good. Hold on a second. We can. That chord has to be like kind of halfway in or something like that. All right. Nah, the TV's off. I got you. Don't worry. Mute that, Jake. All right. Janice, tell me what you do, man.
Okay, so my name is Janice Fredericks. I'm known as the Retail Genius, and I help Black entrepreneurs break into the $17 billion beauty supply industry so that they can be the first Black-owned beauty supply in their community.
Beauty supply stores.
Beauty supply stores, yes. You see them on every single corner in predominantly Black communities.
And you're teaching people how, first off, I didn't think Black people could own them because they are owned by other people.
Everybody thinks. That's what I thought when I got started in beauty supply. I found myself back in 2008 in a beauty supply store spending my last coin on this hair, and the service that I got was horrible. I was looking at all the Black women in the store where we was getting horrible service, yet we were still spending our coin. And I had to ask myself in that moment, why is this? Why is this happening? I need to be the change that I want to see. And then in that moment, I decided that I was going to open my own beauty supply store.
So you open your own beauty supply store. You've helped other people open beauty supply stores as well?
Yes, I opened my own beauty supply store in 2010. And then I started helping other people open beauty supply stores starting in 2016. So I've been helping other people do this for over 6 years.
Wow. All right, so here was my thing. And can we have a real conversation right now?
Let's keep it a buck because I'm ready. I'm from New York, and so let's go.
Hot seat a little bit. So I don't see how people are going into beauty supply stores anymore. You know what I mean? Like people still go in the store. I'm thinking everybody buy this stuff off Amazon.
Why do you think that when there's still a beauty supply store where Black women are shopping in every Black community? Maybe Dave, maybe you don't live in a Black community, but if you go into any hood, you will still see beauty supply stores owned by Asians and Arabs, and they've been owned by Asians and Arabs for the past 3 decades. Why do you think that is, Dave? They're still there. Why do you think that is?
I live in the hood, so.
You don't, clearly. But we have to ask ourselves these questions. When other cultures come into our communities and they build these profitable businesses, and it seems like we don't see anybody that looks like us owning these businesses, why do you think that is? Like, we have to start to ask ourselves those questions. I asked myself that question because as I was spending hundreds and I saw other Black women standing in line about to spend hundreds, I probably saw like $3,000 worth of transactions while I was standing there for all of 15 minutes.
Wow.
You
Okay.
see the numbers in front of you and you have to think like, why aren't there other Black-owned beauty supply stores? Right? Just stand in a beauty supply store for 30 minutes. And all the women that are on here now, y'all know what I'm talking about. We have seen the numbers. We know how much we spend. And here's the thing, Dave. The beauty supply store for Black women is like our local bodega. And if you're from New York, you know a bodega is a convenience store that's on every single corner. We have to pop in several times a week. And if you have kids, you're probably popping in a beauty supply store multiple times throughout the week, right? This is a business that is recession proof. Now, I've gone through 3 recessions, like in my time in this industry. The first one was when I opened my store, which was in 2008. That was the mortgage crisis, right? And my parents was like, you just graduated college. There's no way you are going to start this business and be successful. Nobody has the money to buy beauty supplies. I opened the store anyway. Shouts out to my parents. And what I saw was women coming in, spending their unemployment checks on bundles. Why? Because they felt bad about their situation. And what happens when you feel bad, right? You do things to make yourself feel better. And for Black women, that is us looking good. And so what I found out through my own experience is that this is a recession-proof business, right? The beauty sector actually increases in economic downturns. And so this is what I teach my students. Like, I don't know any other industry that is as recession-proof as the beauty sector. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So, I don't. You got to switch, Nella. Come on. We got to be okay. So hold on. I got to take a timeout real quick. Okay. So thank you. Our we're gonna have a conversation after this because we got to be on it, team. Okay, guys. Okay. All right. So here's the thing, Janice. If we're thinking about a store, let's say it makes, I don't know, what's a store, $15,000 a month? Is that a good number?
So no, that's for a smaller store. Our average stores are averaging $250 per year in their first year business, right? So you open your first store, and this is what I call like the cash cow store. Like that is the store that's going to set up your second and third location, right? So our first stores in our first year with my clients, they're averaging 250,000 off of a store that is no more than 2,000 square feet of space. And it's important for me to share those numbers because when we think about beauty supply, we're probably thinking about, especially if you're in the South, you're thinking about these large warehouse stores where those stores are making millions, but our smaller, boutique stores are still making amazing money, right? 15% profit margins on the gross end. It's more like 58%. And there's really no other retail business doing those numbers. Like the beauty sector is number 3 in retail businesses in terms of gross profit margins, which is pretty good.
So 15% margins on a beauty. Okay.
That's the net
what's
Dave.
15% of 250,000 is 25. So that's about what, $40,000?
Right. That's just off of the retail. But my clients, what I do with my clients is we create multiple revenue streams in our store. Like I teach my clients, your beauty supply store shouldn't just be a beauty supply store. It should be a one-stop shop. That's what I created for myself. And so with the different revenue streams, we are actually looking at more like 30%.
So what's the other revenue streams? Okay, so hold on. Beauty supply store, it's only one revenue stream, right? It's lotions and shampoos.
That is what you would think. But what we are doing.
First off, you want to stop yelling at me, Janice. Okay, she hype. I love somebody that's passionate, boy. Right. Okay, hold up.
Hold up. Okay, that is what you think. And that's what most people think. But what I teach my clients and what we're doing is revolutionary, Dave. We are changing the way that Black women have historically shopped for their products because we are creating one-stop shop beauty supply businesses, which means you can buy your products, you can get your hair done, you can get your lashes done. This is like a little cash cow center or business where women can come in and get all of the things done. And that is how you actually increase your bottom line, by adding in these different revenue models to your retail business. And this is exactly what I teach my clients to do. Don't just rely on the retail, but add these other things, which is going to increase your bottom line, which is exactly what I did. I had a salon, I had 2 hairstylists. At one point I had an esthetician. And so these are the things that women are actually looking for, because they don't want to have to go here to buy their products and then I got to run over here to get my hair done and then run over here to do my lashes. If I could do all the things in one place, I'm winning. And this is the winning formula that I'm teaching my clients. Have it all in one place. And beauty supply is not going anywhere, by the way. It's never going online. It's never going online.
Okay, all right, now, hold on. How can you say it's never going online, though?
I would never buy a comb, a shampoo, rubber bands, hair barrettes for my little girls online. I need that right now. You have to understand. Here's the other thing, guys. You have to understand the buying behavior of your demographic. Black women buy stuff because we need it right now, especially when it comes to our beauty supplies for our hair. Our hair is our crown. It means everything to us. So if I need something for my hair, I need it right now. I'm not waiting 3 days to a week to get my shampoo for my hair. I'm going to find it. Even if I have to go 30 miles to find this shampoo, I'm going to drive 30 miles. And I know this for a fact because people used to come to my store from different states to get a particular shampoo, a hair growth serum, anything that is going to promise them the result that they're looking for right now. They're willing to drive and pay a premium price for that beauty product.
Hold on,
What
y'all.
other industry?
Okay, I need my crowd, man. I need my audience. Is she talking the truth?
I see it in the comments. Let's hear it. Let's hear it in the comments. Let's go.
I need to see. Hold on. Is she talking to it? Is she talking? Is she having a? Is this real? I just need to hear it in the comments if y'all really operate this way. Cause
where's my mom's at? What's
she is right. You right. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
She's spitting game. We sure do, sis. LOL. I want my stuff right now. I ain't waiting.
I want it right now.
So okay, let me ask this. In the chat, has anyone ever thought about opening a beauty supply business? Because now it's kind of making sense because you said, okay, the store itself might make $250, right? If it's 15% margins, a $40,000 a year salary. I mean, I could do that at the Cheesecake Factory, but you said you would have stylists in the beauty supply store where you're charging. Okay, are you charging them rent and letting them run their own business, or are you hiring them to be stylists and you're driving traffic and you make the bulk of the money? How does that work?
So what I teach is that you hire them and you are making bulk of the money, and there's a commission paid to the stylist, because that way you can control the marketing. Because what happens when you rent, the stylists do whatever they want to do. They come in late, they eat food over people's hair, and it's just like, we don't want that. Your name is on the line. So when they go and make reviews, they're making the reviews off of your beauty supply store's business, right? So what I teach is for you to control everything, right? So we are hiring these people, we're paying a commission, and we are making most of the money. And that is how you don't cap yourself with stylists, right? Because booth rental, it's, $200 a week and that's it. But if we're doing a commission and I'm making 60%, right, and you're making that 40 because I'm doing all the marketing, right? Sky's the limit. Okay, so that's what I teach. Commissions.
Okay. And I see I'm just replying to the chat. Some people said they will open it in the hood, but not in the rural areas.
Interesting.
What's your thoughts?
So my thing is, you want to open a beauty supply store where your demographic either lives or shops, right? A lot of my clients are building up luxury beauty supply stores. A lot of my clients want to be like the Black Sephora. Do you know Sephora, Dave?
Sephora's
good. Okay. So a lot of my clients want to build that for themselves. And so we are actually looking to build stores in better neighborhoods where the Black women are shopping, not necessarily where they live, like in the hood, but where they are actually shopping, because we're in this trend of like Black girl luxury. Y'all know this, right? It's this trend of Black girl luxury, and Black women are spending more. We have more discretionary income. And this is why I really feel like this is the time that women need to open these beauty spaces, because we have more money to spend. We've historically spent the most, so that's never been a question. But now we have more money to spend. We are looking for a high-end experience, right? And so with that high-end experience comes the higher margins, y'all. And so when I was carrying like the Jane Carter's, right, which was like a $15 shampoo, never in the history of shampoos did Black women spend $15 on a shampoo. But this was the trend, right? And this is where I was making so much money. And my store was so small. It was 800 square feet of space. But the turnover was high, right? So the opportunity to make money, y'all, in this industry right now, and we're talking about 10 years later, is super high.
Okay. All right. So let me ask this. And I got an expert in the room too. So
Let's go.
I need to ask this. Are you teaching people to buy the building, or are we leasing first?
No, we're leasing first, because what can happen is the demographic can change, which has happened in my community. It was historically Black, and then it was historically Black, then it went into like Hispanic mix, right? And then so my sales started to go down, and then we eventually had to move locations. So what I teach is for you to lease your space, right, first. And then when once you have a store, once you have a brand rather, and it's booming, then you can like look into like buying a building and having a beauty supply as well as other things there. But first, as you guys are like building your brand up, you want to lease the space first.
Okay, hold on real quick. So let me tell you my thoughts. My concept is I want to buy it. I just want to buy the joint. Like if we're gonna be there, we're gonna buy it. Terrica, let me ask you, Terrica, what are your thoughts behind? Let's say we're gonna open up a beauty supply store. You are Miss Real Estate. What would you do?
So I do agree with her for her particular clientele. I do think it's smart and wise to, rent out the space, test the traffic. You don't want to own a actual piece of real estate where there's no traffic, right? And then now you got to figure out another use for the building. And so I think it's important for you to be able to test the market, see if the demographic, like what she's talking about, is there, and then being able to scale from there. Now, this is another way that you can do it for people that like to own things like you is to buy in a multi-tenant shopping center and lease out that beauty salon, I guess, as one of your entities. And then, of course, you have other tenants and make them pay enough rent where it's still pretty much you testing your demographic. And if you don't like it, you can move yourself out and put another tenant there that would like to lease out that space. So if you do a multi-use building, you definitely can do that. Most people don't have that type of capital to get started like that, especially if they're trying to, build a company such as this. They're going to have to, get the traffic and things like that. So I definitely think it's wise to start out as a tenant first, for sure.
Okay, it's 2 against 1 today. Okay, yeah, Janice, you know something.
Dave.
You know something.
I know a little something, just a little bit.
Okay, so I'm actually thinking about that, especially because there's multiple use cases. What's another stream of income? Okay, we have the products, right? And you said a nice store is going to be $250 gross a year. Kind of like them first couple of years, right? But it continues to grow after you're there, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So then we have the salons, and I guess you can have, depending on the space, maybe you have 2 stylists, 3 stylists. What will be one other stream of income you put in this building?
So another popular stream that my clients put into the store is their own private label, like either white label products in their store, like a DIY station. So I have one client, My Shade and Texture in Tampa, Florida. She has a whole DIY bar where women can come in and mix their own oils, mix their own scrubs, and the profit margin on that is insane. Right. And so, and it's also an experience, which is a great thing. So people travel, miles to get to our store so they can have this experience of like creating their own custom oils, their own custom body scrubs. So that's another stream of income that will increase your bottom line by having your own line. So, and also we have women who do bundles, right? So they white label bundles and at a retail or wholesale. Wholesaling is another stream of income, by the way. Wholesaling to barbers and stylists and other people in the community as well. So I just gave y'all three gems.
Janice, I like this. I appreciate you popping on, man, because this is, I am an entrepreneur, so I'm always thinking entrepreneurially. And it seems like a really dope idea. Yo, man, make sure y'all follow Janice, the Retail Genius. And I know you said you do help people. How do you help people?
Yes. So right now, first of all, we have our conference. So I want to just tell y'all about that, especially y'all in Atlanta. The Retail Revolution Conference is happening April 11th through the 13th, right? So if you go to the Retail Revolution.
Did she freeze?
For 3 days, right? So that's the first. Second thing that we do is me and my team actually come and build this entire beauty supply store for you, A to Z. So we take the entire headache away from getting the vendors, trying to figure out inventory, everything we do for you. It's like beauty supply in a box. So guys, hit me up. My name is The Retail Genius on Instagram and all the platforms. Send me a DM if you're interested.
I rock with it. Congratulations, man. Congratulations on all your success. I'm looking forward to continue to grow it. When we were talking about it, I'm like, this is a really, really good business model. And I don't know anybody that's teaching how to get into the beauty supply space. But also, I think there is a good mission there, because the fact that another group of people are owning the money or owning the business that all of us shop at is a little disturbing. You know what I mean? I think if it's a product or a place that we consume, we should own.
Own it. 100%.
Nobody owns it. So none of us. So I love what you're doing. I love your mission. Tell everybody where they can connect with you one more time.
Yes, follow me, guys, at The Retail Genius on all the platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook.
Love it. Love it. All right, man. Make sure y'all go to Instagram, follow her, check her out. She has an event coming up in Atlanta, so check it out. All right, thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Okay. Yeah, make sure y'all rock with her. Make sure y'all rock with Janice. She is a real entrepreneur, have been an entrepreneur for a long time now. Before we get into the conversation I really want to get into right now, let's shout out some of the supporters. We've had some people support today, man. What we got, Nella?
Yes, we most definitely have. First and foremost, y'all, because these supporters, they already know the house rules.
Jamil, what up?
Jamil, thank you so much for sending in your $9.99 super chat. We greatly appreciate your support.
And Jamil, is that speaker on?
Huh?
Oh, and Jamil, he's the one that brought me to Buffalo, New York. Had an amazing turnout. We did an amazing event. So shouts out to Jamil Cruz. Had me going to the radio station and the TV station and different podcasts. So he had me out there working, man. Shouts out to Jamil.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jamil, for the support. Next up, of course, Nayetta. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. We greatly appreciate the support, lady.
We appreciate it, man. You know, she family. Listen, y'all got anything that y'all need help with them small children? Oh, she's the GOAT, man. She's the baby whisperer.
Facts.
That's what's up. Shouts out to Nayetta.
Facts. And lastly, but surely not least, King's Chambers Grooming Company. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. We greatly appreciate the support, brother.
King's Chambers. That was actually a really good strategic move because we was talking about beauty supplies and he got the King's Chamber beard oil, which means, you probably should. Hey, I don't know. Have you gone into beauty supply stores and try to get your product in there? I think that'd be a good idea. I think that'd be dope. Yep. So shouts out to King's Chambers Grooming Company. So let's get into it, man. Enough is enough, Terrica. First off, how you feeling?
I am good. How they used to say it back in the day in the church, better than good, better than most. God is blessing me each and every day.
I'm frustrated.
Why?
Hey, listen, team, I love y'all, but I am so frustrated today. I'm like boiling on the inside. We've never had this many technical difficulties and issues and things of that nature. And I am extremely frustrated. And it's like, as we go along, there's like more and more issues, which we took a week off last week, right? Well, we didn't take a week off. I just did it from my house. And coming back, it's like, we normally have a really smooth show. It's like, I don't know if we forgot some steps or missed some. What do y'all think is happening? Anybody?
I think for one, like with the audio, that was definitely something that we did not expect. You tested the audio? Yeah, it was working earlier. So that was something that was definitely unexpected.
I'll get that often. Like something goes wrong, like, yo, it was just working. It doesn't like stop working when we hit record. Or like, I don't know. So Terrica.
Yes.
So help me. You've had these feelings.
Yes, quite often.
So can we have a transparent conversation out of love so that we all can grow? So I don't want y'all to feel away. Reese is used to it. Because I don't like something that's going on. Reese, no, we're going to talk about it on the pod, and he's used to it. We have good conversations, come to Jesus moments, and it'll be all good. But so yeah, help me, because
yes.
I'm frustrated.
So I think, quite often, right? We have quite a bit of things on our to-do list, right? Even as leaders. And I always look at the leadership. For sure. And I always start with myself, and I always say, okay, what could I have done to make sure that this was better? My biggest thing is when I'm cutting a check to someone, that I want to make sure that they are excelling in what it is that I have hired them to do. So when I come in, I can just be the talent and do what I have to do. And when that don't take place, it's like now I'm the talent and I'm the regulator, if you would. And so I think what happens is, like they said, they did tests, they did sound. I don't know enough about tech to understand, how true that statement is. You just said if you tested it, it should come on when you press start. So, I think a lot of it is obviously growing pains, and that things can be resolved. What I love, though, is that they all are coachable and they all have owned what they have done, and not just sit there and, put their tail between their legs and be up in their feelings. They feel exactly how you feel, because I can feel it. And I think that that's a great team environment to have, where they want to do better and make sure that this never happens again. So I personally, like I said, as the leader, I always look at like, okay, how could I have helped my team do better? But I also look at the ones that I'm paying and say, hey, how could you, do your check and balances on this as well? Yeah,
for sure. And I think through this process of kind of leading a team and people and things of that nature, and you all will be leading people soon as well if you're not already. But we've got to work through like just owning it, right?
That's right.
Why isn't this happening the way I wanted it to happen? And it's probably maybe I didn't articulate it correctly. Maybe I didn't communicate it right. Maybe I need to pay more attention. And then the other side is like, all right, well, in my mind, this is what happens in my mind. The safe space, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. In my mind, what I start to go to is, bruh, last week I did it at my house. I'm controlling the buttons. Boom, boom, audio, cool, we're straight. I'm like, yo, I'm going to go in that office and I'm going to do this joint. But I can't continue to operate like that.
You cannot.
But I'm just saying, safe space, right? Mm-hmm. This is where my mind goes, and this is how I've built my career. It's like, yo, bruh, if you're not going to do it, I know I am, and I'll just figure it out. I'll just figure it out, right? But as a leader, we have to work on the ability to lead.
That's right.
And not just own the work, right?
That's right. That's right. And so one of the biggest things in our company is my core values. And I'm big on my core values, and every assignment, every task, everything that takes place within my company has to align with the core values. So when I'm having those conversations with my team, I have my core values there. So my core values is that we're built in the light. Everything we do is built in the light. And so light stands for loyalty. The L is loyalty, right? You have to be loyal to be on my team. So I don't want to hear of, you doing things that are not loyal, meaning not just to me, but even to the brand and as a whole. I as integrity, you have to have integrity when you operate within me. So if I'm asking you something, your integrity has to show me that you this type of person that should be around me. Mm-hmm. The G is growth. I'm always focused on growth, and my team has to constantly be growing. And if you're not growing, you dying. That's so if you're not sitting here trying to figure out how you can operate in the best role that you possibly can, then you're not committed to my core values. You're not growing. H is humility. Like, you have to be humble enough to do the things that you're asking people to do. You can't, like me, I'm a servant. I enjoy serving. I'm also a leader. I enjoy leading, but I know how to be a servant, and I know how to do what's needed. So that humility is like what I just seen with Reese. He went and grabbed the little camera, hurry up, put it on, even though it's his job. He did it in a humble spirit to say, you know what, I own this. Let me go do what I'm supposed to do and take it on. Even when you asked him, yo, who fault is this? He said, it's mine. That's humility, right? And then, of course, T is transparency. I'm going to be transparent with my team. So when you mess up, I'm going to let you know. And when I mess up, I need you to let me know. I'm not going to hide anything from you. So that way, if we operate in the light, which is my core value, then there's no misunderstandings. Nobody can say, well, I didn't know that this is the way the company should be ran. No, because I'm going to measure you according to my core values. My core values is what I use to grade myself. So if I'm grading myself on my core values, my team understands they're going to be graded on the core values as well.
Let me ask this question. If you could, we're going to talk economically for a second. Mm-hmm. If you could make the same amount of money being the leader, or you could make the same amount of money at a job, which one would you take?
I'm a leader. I'm a leader.
With the same responsibilities?
Yes, with the same responsibility, because a great leader understands that they don't always have to be first. I can lead from behind and I can lead in the front. So I'm leading my team from behind the show. Everybody like, yo, your team operate in excellence. I lead from behind, but I also lead in the front whenever it's time for me to go. So that means there's different leads within my company. So for instance, if Stephanie come and tell me this is how we run in the show, she's lead. I'm taking the back seat to it because that's what I paid her to do. She's my leader in this sense. Derek, when he come and say, okay, this is our financial position, this is where we're going to invest here, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, I take the back seat because he's my lead on that. When I say, okay, it's time to grow this company, it's time to scale this company, it's time to go to the next level, I'm the lead. So I'm leading that. And so I think it's important as a leader to know how to lead from the front and how to lead from the back. Just because you, the leader and the CEO of the company, don't necessarily mean you have to do every single thing in the company to be the leader. So I would still choose to be the leader versus an employee building somebody else's dream when I have my own dreams. But everybody not an entrepreneur like that. Some people enjoy just building other people's dreams, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, when you ask me if I want to be the leader or the employee, I'm going to choose the leader every single time because I don't like nobody dangling a card for me to be able to cut it at any point in time they want.
If I'm being 100% honest, if it's all the same, $3 million as a entrepreneur, leader of the company, or $3 million doing a job, because there are employees that make $100 million. I mean,
they're well-paid slaves.
It depends. I'm just saying.
Well-paid slaves.
I may if I didn't have this insatiable desire to build stuff, I would probably take the job. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mike.
That's what makes you a leader. What you just said basically makes you a leader. Like you said, if I didn't have that, but you have it, so you can't not have it. You know what I'm saying?
know, but what I'm saying is, I look at the people who say, yo, I don't need to build it. Let me just be a part of it. Dave, tell me what to do. I'll do it. The better I do it, the more money I make, meaning I could still make more based on my performance without the pressure and stress of entrepreneurship. I'm taking that.
You're going to have the stress of an employee.
Well, yeah, but I think the stress of an entrepreneur, okay, if I'm an entrepreneur, I got to make sure payroll hits. I got to make sure the vision of the company keeps moving forward. And if the business goes out of business, the people who have a job, they'll go get another job. It's not as easy to just go build another empire.
Yeah, you can just go be an employee with them.
It's also not as easy to necessarily go get a job.
Say it again?
It's also not as easy to necessarily go get a job because a lot of people, they will go out and say, oh, you're overqualified for this position. Oh,
No. You just find another high-level position. I'm just saying, without the added pressure, all right, so Reese, for instance, after work, so he's talking to me the other day, like, yeah, I shoot and edit here, and then I go home and I'm editing. He's like, bruh, I don't want to do that at home. And I'm like, yo, you're right. Because technically, I didn't hire you to be editing at home. I'm like, all right, well, we'll figure that out. But I started thinking about it. I'm like, dang, that's a really good life. Because ain't like Reese make a little bit of money. You know what I mean? You do all right. You do all right, right? You do all right. Right, Reese? It's nobody's business. You do all right. I'm not putting you in a situation out there, but it's cool. But to be able to leave and then go just do cool stuff and not think about if the rent is paid here or the taxes paid. I'm saying he don't have to worry. He can come here and he's good at what he does and he can just go home and kick it and figure out, like, I know he's like printing shirts and he be like with his like Jeep community, which is dope. And and I be looking at his stories. He be looking so relaxed. He can make his little tea or whatever he be making. He just sit there on the balcony just chilling. I'm like, dang, ooh, that look good. I want to do that. I don't know, man.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you
Kinda.
don't. No, you don't.
A little bit. A little bit.
David, there was times we used to pray for times like this.
I know.
And you in the time right now, right? You where other people are looking to be. And so this is the most beautiful part about entrepreneurship is the growth.
Yeah.
Because the growing pains mean you got to trust you have to be able to trust that your team is going to be able to hold you down the way that you hold yourself down. And you also got to learn the other G word that I stress a lot on my team is grace. I give a lot of grace because of the simple fact I understand what it's like to work with someone such as myself who have a gift of excellence and want everything to be right and want everything to be perfect. So I give grace. So when I'm having an off day, they give me back grace. And so I think even like, you may say, re-stirring his tea is good or whatever the case may be. And it may be a very good cup of tea. You enjoy being able to just say, I'm done today and go home and be with your kids. Reese can't say that if he still got something else that got to be done for the company. He got to be able to stay here and get it done.
No, I mean, yeah, okay. So maybe, I do enjoy the game. I do enjoy the game. But it is a lot of pressure.
It is.
That's why I'm telling people, if you don't have that insatiable desire to be an entrepreneur, don't do that. Because it's a lot, it sounds a lot cooler than it actually is. This is pressure. All day, every day, making sure everything's good and you're thinking of all the angles. I do wish though, I could turn it off sometime. And I just can't turn it off. Mm-hmm. I can't turn it off. Like why, so Terrica, now you're coaching and you're leading and doing all this stuff and helping people invest. Before that, you're making 6 figures of passive income and you don't got to make no content. You ain't got to do no videos. You ain't got to do no meetups. A sane, rational person says, I'm just going to chill and enjoy my family and kick it. What's wrong with us that we got to keep building stuff?
Well, because we're kingdom. And we understand being selfish is not kingdom, right? And you actually brought that to my attention because I was very happy behind the scenes, not talking to people, with my bricks. I enjoy my bricks. I enjoy my bricks, right? They don't let me down. On the first, they pay like clockwork, okay? I love my residents, I love real estate. And so what happens though is, we are tasked with being able to win souls and make disciples. And I do that through real estate investing, through teaching people what I have learned along the way. You do that through the Social Proof podcast, showing people there's actual social proof in this concept. And the reward for us being able to help other people and see other people come out of captivity is way more rewarding than the frustrating days that we have. And so I think that that's why we continue to do it. I was blind to that because I literally was in a bubble. I thought everybody in the world knew about real estate and how to write contracts and how to get started. I just thought they didn't want to. That may sound dumb to some people, but I just honestly, I've never had a thought of people not really knowing this and how to get started. And so when you brought it to my attention that people need social proof of this, I was like, yo. And then, few years later, you know, we have helped thousands of people around the world get started with real estate investing. And now we get these people that come up to us and say, yo, you changed my life. Like I literally have multiple streams of income from just being in, you know, your class or being in your program or you being able to show me this or just hopping on your live or just going to your social media account. It's inspiring to know you came from being homeless to where you're at right now. And so I think we have a task to do that, you know, and I think that it's fulfilling. And when we get that little deposit, because we don't get those deposits every day, but when we do get those deposits, it's enough to keep us going to be able to continue helping people.
Yeah, man. This is a good segue into the conversation that we were having before this on live. And I think it was Neo. No, it was you that said somebody was telling Derek, when is enough enough? Because they look at us entrepreneurs and we're going after it. And I was telling somebody the other day, I have to work right now. You know what I mean? I still have to go get it. I've done some cool things, but I gotta work. I can't just stop. You know what I mean? Because things will catch up, and eventually I'll have to pick it back up. So I don't stop the momentum. So I just keep working. But my philosophy is, I will always probably work, but I won't always have to. You know what I mean? Right now, I still feel that I have to. I have the energy to do it. I got a lot of life ahead of me. So like, we got to keep building. But I won't always have to. So people see you like, yo, we just going to keep going after. We're going to keep going after it. And the conversation was, when is enough enough? So your answer is what?
Well, it depends on who asks me that question. One, because I don't feel like everybody have the right to be able to kind of ask me that question.
What you mean?
Well, because some people, they see the outside and they just be like, oh, like some people probably online right now saying, David, you're tired. You just need a break. Right. And because you had enough. Right. But I would never tell you that. I would never tell you enough is enough when I know what you're trying to do for you and your family. I'm going to tell you to keep on going and keep on pressing until you get to where you feel enough is enough. Now, a lot of the times, a lot of us move talking about enough is enough, but we don't even know what we need to make it enough. So I think the first part of that is figuring out, okay, what is enough for you? Right? I make six figures passively every single month. Most people would be like, yo, that is enough. Right? So I told you I can retire, and you know I can retire. You've seen proof. So, so with that being said, right, you know, I do this because let me give another example. When I go on vacation, I don't need a vacation away from what I'm doing, because I love what I'm doing so much, right? So for me, I don't think it's going to ever be enough until I close my eyes, because I absolutely love what I do. And if I stop doing what I do, then I'm probably going to feel like I haven't done enough. Yeah. Because I love it.
People call it toxic too, because like when you're on vacation, I be wanting to work. I work on vacation. Like my wife ran, it was my birthday, and she ran a tub bath. And I was sitting in the tub like, I didn't want to disappoint her. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, thanks, babe. This is amazing. So I'm sitting in the water. There's like flowers in the water. She got the music going. And I sit in there. And first 30 seconds, I'm like, oh, all right, cool. Another 30 seconds go by. I'm like, oh, that's nice. Another 30 seconds go by. I'm like, this is a nice song. Another 30 seconds go by. I'm like,
what's next?
What am I supposed to be doing right now? But when I'm on vacation, like I just want to have my laptop and I want to work on vacation. And for years, people would try to make you feel like, yo, you're going to burn yourself out. But I now realize they just don't understand. They don't understand us.
It's coming from a place of not understanding.
It's coming from a place of not understanding.
Yes. So the beautiful thing, what I love is this, because Dre is very supportive of what you do. And my husband is very supportive of what I do. My husband has never asked me to put my computer away on vacation. He has never told me to take a break. He has never told me to slow down. He has never said, when is enough enough? He has never said that. If I was to be sad and depressed and frustrated and coming home exhausted and I couldn't be a wife to him, he probably would say, when is enough enough? But because he see I'm so excited about what I'm doing, and it's fun, and he see the lives that's being changed, he also, see that it don't change the way I am as a wife. I'm still his wife. I'm still a mother. I still serve on Sundays at church. Like, I still do all of these things. So I haven't really changed who I am. I just, in fact, found something else I love just as much as, investing in real estate. He encourages me to dive deeper into it and do more. And I think that's important to know who you have around you that's going to tell you to go deeper, not ask you when it's enough. They see you enjoying this so much. They're not so selfish and greedy of your time where they like, oh, I don't get enough time. My husband has never told me that. One, I give him a lot of time. Everything that's important to me, I make time for it. So I have no boundaries. I don't believe in boundaries. I believe I make time for what's important for me. So, and I feel like when you make a boundary, it's something you feel like you have to do. When I make time for everything that's important to me, I don't feel like it's a boundary. I feel like it's a privilege to be able to go and be his wife. It's a privilege to be a real estate coach to everybody in the inner circle. It's a privilege to be your business partner and to be here. It's a privilege. And so I honor that, and it gets me excited knowing that.
Yeah, man. When is it? Somebody throw it in the chat. Just answer the question. When is enough enough? What would be your what would that response be to you? When is enough enough? And there are some people they're gonna ask that question of, I think enough is enough. I think enough is enough. Like, when I get to this point, enough is enough. But again, they don't understand the game. And I'll share to you all what I shared on the live. Is my next immediate question to someone to say, Dave, when you gonna slow down? When is enough enough? Why you keep going after this stuff? My question to that person is, when is enough enough for you? Mm-hmm. And people go through really hard times and hardships their entire life. And the question should be, when is enough enough? When are you tired of not having enough?
That part, because that's usually the person that's asking you when it's enough enough.
Because they don't have enough. I've never had someone who has enough ask me when it's enough enough.
That's right. It don't come out like that.
It don't come out like that. So the question is, when is enough enough for you? I look at life as a body of work. You don't stop working on a body of work.
That's so good.
It takes a lifetime to build this thing. So one of my immediate things right now is I want to build a company and sell it. I want an exit. I really want an exit. So now all of my decisions and the moves that I make, a lot of them are moving towards how can I create something, either myself or with a partner, where we can create it, where we can exit something.
And then would that be enough?
No, it's not enough. But I see all these other people that start something, build it, and sell it. I'm seeing more and more of it. In my mind, I'm saying, who makes you better than me? If you did it, I can do it.
That's right.
I want to do it. So it becomes one of my goals. So enough is never enough, because whatever you have, it starts changing.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Every time you get closer to a goal, or you get close to the top of a mountain, you realize you're at the bottom of another one. And you're like, I'm going to go after that one too. And maybe, Terrica, the tone will change. And we spend the first part of our lives accumulating wealth, and we spend the last half of our lives giving it all away. Maybe. Who knows? Bill Gates, he's giving stuff away. Mm-hmm. You have so much. Now we get like that. That's when I can almost understand someone saying, okay, when is enough enough? And now it's enough. Now I'm gonna give it all away. I don't even think he can give it all away in a lifetime.
There's no way.
Oh my gosh. What about being in that position?
I was actually just thinking, like, when you was talking, I'm like, we said, when is enough enough? And then you would say, when I give it all away. It's almost like the circle of life. Like, when is enough enough? When I can give it all away.
Yeah.
And if I can't give it all away, then it's not enough.
But you have to have something to give away.
That's right.
You feel me?
That's
so you gotta
right.
spend a portion of your life
That's
accumulating.
right. That part. And so that's why I thought that was so beautiful when you said that, because of the simple fact, you know, I look at it like this. When is enough for being a wife? When is enough for being a mother?
Never.
So why would I ask myself that in something that I love that I'm doing? I'm going to always desire to be a better wife. I'm going to always seek to be Proverbs 31 for my husband in everything that I do. I'm going to always seek to be a better mother. It's never going to be enough for me. I would never get enough of being the best possible version of a mother that my kids can see. And I would never get enough of being the best possible kingdom example that this world can see, as long as my footprints are here on this earth.
I love that. Hey, listen, y'all. If you are going, I want to talk to somebody. I want you to come onto the screen, so you can go to socialproofhotline.com, socialproofhotline.com, or no, you can just pin the link up there. But I want to talk to somebody who is close to the end, where you feel like giving up, or you're going through a real rough time right now. I want to talk to you. Join in on this conversation. I want to have a conversation with you. I want to know what you're going through. I want to see you. I want to feel your heart. I want to hear your words. I want to know what's really going on inside your head that says, yo, I am done. I made a post the other day, or a couple weeks ago, where I said, have you given up? Imagine this, Terrica. Someone going after a dream for 20 years and they haven't gotten it yet. This is their 20th year going after that dream, and they have not accomplished it yet. And they're like, yo, well, becoming a multimillionaire is just not in the cards for me. It's not going to happen. And I'm on that verge of saying, I'm done. That's a real thing. So imagine you haven't accomplished what you've accomplished, but you're still the person looking at Terrica saying, I mean, she said she was homeless, and I know she used her refund check to get her first property. She's been able to amass an insane amount of success, but that's not going to happen. I thought it was going to happen to me 20 years ago, but it's not. If you were in that situation, can you almost feel what that feels like?
It's heavy. It's heavy. Man, the biggest enemy we have is that voice that talks to us when nobody else is listening. And to hear that voice come out of their mouth, imagine how long it's been going on in their head. You know, and so I think I'm a firm believer your words have power, and your words, like, there's no humor in it, meaning that, like, your brain can't tell if you're telling a joke with your words. If you say you quit, your brain quits. It quit trying to find ways. It quit trying to find options. It quit looking for resources the moment you say you quit. And so I think, again, it's extremely important to have people around you that helps build you up when you at those lowest moments, those darkest times, because sometimes we be in our own way, and listening to that voice will have us really believing that we're just not qualified or we're not good enough. I didn't know how to be a Black woman developer. Like, I didn't know, like, I didn't know I was pioneering something. I didn't know I was creating a catalyst in a project that landed the attention of the White House. Wow. I didn't know that. But I never told myself that I couldn't do something. I've always said, if they can do it, I can do it. Yeah. If they can do it, I can do it. I don't care what it is. If they can build a rocket, I can build a rocket. If they can go to space, I can go to space. Like, I never tell myself what I can't do, but I also don't have people around me telling me what I can't do. Mm-hmm. Sure. Those people are not allowed. You said yourself, there was people who told you you couldn't do the podcast summit because it wasn't the right time, and it wasn't this and it wasn't that. And the very next words came out your mouth, you said they're not invited back to this. Yeah. So it's important for us to know when we got to do a clean sweep, because that clean sweep can mess with our mental, and I think a lot of the times we be so stuck in our environment expecting change, but sometimes you got to step outside the environment to create the change.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We got a caller online. What, she hung up? I just saw her. Okay. Call back in. We want to have this conversation with you. If I could put myself in that position and I'm just ready to give up, man, I'm imagining that I would probably have to shift my focus to just not being so focused on the outcome and focus on what I've been doing wrong for the last 20 years.
I would do it a little different.
Okay. So, I mean, I want you to share your thoughts. Just because you've been doing something for 20 years doesn't mean you've been putting in the right work, because you could have been doing the wrong thing every year for the last 20 years. So instead of giving up, saying, well, I'll never get there, we need to analyze, okay, what are we doing wrong? And some people are so arrogant maybe or prideful that you're not going to ask for help. So we want this outcome, but we've really got to look at this activity. So how would you go about it?
So I would say that,
You'll bring her in.
you know, one of the things I would say, I know we have a caller, but one of the things I would say is that perfection is the enemy of good. And a lot of the times we want something to be so perfect and everything got to be right and all the I's got to be dotted, all the T's got to be crossed. I remember writing my book and I still don't know the difference from, you know, there and there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I had the wrong there when I'm talking about someone versus me being over there in a room. But it didn't stop me from writing a book. I continue writing a book. I continue, you know, just moving forward. And then I sent it to someone else to edit it for me and to be able to make the changes that was needed. So I think it's important for us to know, yeah, it may not be perfect, but we have to get out of our own way and just allow somebody else to come in to be able to help us, you know, where we can keep the thing moving. Sometimes we stop moving because we just get in our own way looking for perfection, which again, perfection is the enemy of good. Sometimes something is good and then you can get to perfect by just getting the good out so other people can help you. So it's my take on it, David.
We are, yes. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Denise. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I'm on
Yes,
my
we can.
phone.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
So I was calling in when you guys had mentioned about the giving up. I even came on here like 3 times and I signed out like 3 times when you was talking about giving up. The first one was like, oh my God, my hair. Like, oh my God, I don't have no makeup on. Oh my God, it's almost 200 people on here. They gonna see me looking like this. I'm literally texting Chris because I was like, he was like, just get back on, just get back on. Because I was like, sometimes, I mean, I've quit probably, I don't know how many times. You know what I mean? As far as entrepreneurship is concerned, I became a full-time entrepreneur in 2005. And I quit probably a couple years ago. It's probably been about 8 years now. And I've literally just don't know what to do. So the past 2 or 3 days, I have been I met up with a girl, like one of the dance moms at my daughter's dance school, and she knows about systems and funnels and all of that other kind of stuff. And I was like, I've literally taken everybody's course that you could possibly think of. So it's really not nothing you can help me with. But when I sat on the phone with her for like 3 hours, she really just made me like go back to the drawing board. And then that same day I sat on the phone with my daughter. She's an adult. I'm 24, and she like, we ended up like getting into a huge argument. I got on the phone, I cried my eyes out, and I was just like, I can't not quit. Like I have to get back up. And I think I really didn't want to come on here because I'm so like emotionally charged right now. But I think God does everything for a reason, even down to the fact of you having that beauty consultant on. Because I was in the beauty and wellness industry for like 20 years. And I'm just so into like even I listen to Free Smoke every week. I listen to every single podcast y'all have. Every person that you recommend, Dave, I follow. Like, it's like me even being on this call right now is like it's divine. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I hung up 3 times just now to even come on here. But when I text Chris, he was just like, "Yo, what y'all call him, J Star?" When I text him, he was like, "Yo, get back on, like call back in." So I was like, you know what? I can't worry about what I look like. I just have to, like, I just felt led to call in.
So what's her? Can you go out the door for me?
Oh, my name's Lenice.
Oh, okay, yeah, thank you. What'd you say, Nella?
Actually, so this young lady, really quick, so Lenice and J Star, they know each other from Baltimore. And you actually have a clothing piece from her. Privacy.
Oh yeah, that joint hard.
Yes.
I got the gray hoodie. That joint's dope. Okay, what is your main source of income right now?
I don't have one. I literally
So you're not selling the hoodies?
Huh?
You're not selling the hoodies?
Nope. I just wrote a book, and I dropped a book on my birthday last month, and my goal was to sell 100, and I ended up selling like 35. And
why do you think that is?
I'm not good. I know I'm not good with promoting myself.
So how did you sell the 30?
It was my birthday, and I just was posting that the book dropped. So just literally just social media posting.
So you were looking for donations, not to sell a product that's going to help somebody.
The book, I feel like, can help somebody. But
do you really think that?
Yeah.
No, you ran a play. You said it's my birthday. People are going to buy the book to support my birthday. And after that, I'm not telling nobody else about it.
Right.
So you don't really believe this is going to help somebody. So it's not your journey of entrepreneurship. It's just, I think it's a little too emotionally charged, meaning if you don't feel like doing it, you're not going to do it. Or you get excited about something, but that excitement is only going to last a week or two, especially when you got to actually get out of the people who know you and make sales. So you've probably had that cycle for a while when you got excited about the t-shirt brand or the hoodies and people rocking it and your inner circle, like your warm market, they rocking with you. You're excited, but then you got to go talk to other people and get them to buy it. And it's not that it's not good. You just, I don't know what it is. You got any advice for it, T?
Yeah, let me ask you a question. Why is it so easy for you to quit? Just from a phone call, you said you was going to quit 3 times, right? I think what happens is you're so used to people quitting on you that you quit before anybody else can quit on yourself. And I think what you have to do is you have to find one thing that you're really good at, especially if David have your merch and you should be marketing it. You should have it on everybody that can possibly have it. And you should focus on that stream of income. I tell people all the time, stop trying to chase 2 rabbits. If you can catch one and run with that rabbit, you can branch off eventually and be able to do other things. But I think you need to get rid of the quitter syndrome. You have quitter syndrome in you. You're constantly quitting on yourself. You're quitting on your ideas. You're quitting on opportunities. But most importantly, you quitting on the people that's counting on you, because you got people that's watching you and that's wanting to see you win and wanting to see you get to the next level. But every time you quit and you hop to the next play because somebody else say that this a quick money play, you set yourself 10 steps backwards. And so what I want to encourage you to do right now is to stop quitting on yourself. You need to get rid of the quitter pledge that you have come into agreement with. You need to denounce that off of yourself. You need to say, whatever I'm going to do next, I'm going to stick with this and it's going to work. I don't care how it's going to work. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't even know my next steps to make it work, but it's going to work. And then what I'm going to do different is I'm going to get me some accountability partners, some that's not going to allow me to quit on myself. The moment I get ready to form my mouth in the shape of a Q, I'm going to be rebuked by them immediately. They're going to shut me up. They're not going to allow me to quit. They're going to keep me on track. I don't think you have enough people in your corner that's holding you accountable to make you stop quitting on yourself as well. But the most important thing is you have to stop quitting on yourself. So tell me one thing right now that you can do really, really good at that come to you with ease. That may be hard for everybody else.
Hair.
Hair. Okay, what do you do with hair?
I did hair for like over 20 years.
20 years, and it come with ease.
I did color and I do weaves.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What is a pain point of doing hair?
I was away from my kids for too long, so I wasn't able to raise my oldest 2 children. I got 5 kids, and I wasn't able to raise my oldest 2 children because I was.
So Paul, so a pain point for hairdressers is they're away from their family. What's another pain point?
My hips. I feel like my hips is not the way they used to be. Like
It's hard on your
healthy.
body.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's 2. What's another pain point?
Eating. we don't. I think self-care just period. Like we don't have time for ourselves. So a lot of times, like our hair not done or our nails done or don't have time because majority of the weekends, my weekends were taken up, so I wasn't able to do the weekends.
Right, so you don't have a lot of time for yourself.
Yeah, time for yourself.
How many other hairstylists you think in the world is going through that right now?
A lot of them that's making money because it's
Okay,
like you
perfect. And how many of them you think would buy a product from you if you can just answer that one question for them? How to get up off their hips, how to make their hairdressing days go by with ease, with whatever, I don't know, whatever you did to help you. You said you've been doing it over 20 years, right? How can you get your time so you can go back to your family? What's the best styling hours? I would be creating books on that, and I would be marketing directly to that because that's what people know you for. They know you in the hair business. So because they know you as a hair specialist, I just gave you 3 pain points that you said like so many people could use. If you can solve a problem for someone, you can sell them something. But you have to be able to solve a problem. You pointed out 3 pain points. If you solve those 3 problems and you target those people that's already in your following and say, hey, I can help you with this. I can help you with that. I can help you with that. And you stick to it just for 6 months and see what your results are. And then I would come to the studio probably with Dave at and just be around this energy, being around like-minded entrepreneurs who's out there grinding and going through the ups and downs of entrepreneurship that's going to hold you accountable and keep you going. You need to be around somebody that's going to say, hey, did you drop that book yet on how to get off your feet in the hair care business?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if we're gonna come up with a strategy, see, you don't work right now.
No.
What do you do for money?
I went back to school, so it's like I'm literally like living off of credit and refund checks.
Got it. So if you were going to, and I'm saying like hair, you're like, well, my hips and it's kind of a little hard on my body, so that might not be the best source of income or stream of income. But if we're going to come up with a product or service, what's it going to be?
You talking about if I don't go back in the salon?
If you don't go back in the salon?
I guess it would be like kind of like on the lines of what Terrica was talking about as far as like trying to coach people into supplementary income.
I think the only challenge is you don't really know how to coach somebody into supplementary income.
Right.
So we're done with the clothing, right?
If it's for me, it's like if she's saying get how to how to have more time and how to how to have more self-care for yourself and how to do stuff like that. You talking about like what should I be doing as opposed to not going into the salon. My idea was to go back into the salon.
Okay. I'm not mad at you going back into the salon.
Oh,
But you said it's tough on your body, right? Which means we need to
no, I'm
be able to
saying
serve
it
some
has,
income.
it has been in the past. It's not to the point
we
where
need
it's
we
no, I
need to
can't-
make
it's not
some
like to the point where I
income.
can't work.
I'm sorry?
No, I'm saying it's not to the point where I can't work.
Got it. Okay. All right. So we're going to go into the salon, but we have to figure out a way to not be in the salon. So we have to make something that doesn't require our body to like physically, we have to physically perform every time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like products. I had products and merch.
So what happened with that? Why'd you stop?
Shampoo. I guess it's just me quitting.
Okay. Are you determined not to quit?
Yeah. Now I don't have no choice. I don't really have no other option.
Hold on. No. You have a choice. You do have a choice to live the rest of your life living from credit card to credit card, paycheck to paycheck. You have a choice. So don't act like you don't have a choice, because you do. And we have to respect the fact that we have a choice, but we have to decide not to make that choice. So I want to know what you're going to do. Is it going to be merch? Is it going to be our book? What's it going to be?
The first thing is to get back behind the chair.
Okay.
So that's my first
Getting
goal,
back behind
and
the chair, then what?
sell products and merch.
Okay. You don't have any merch right now, right?
No.
So you got to get some printed up?
Yeah.
How much is it going to cost to print some up?
I guess it would depend, because we going into a season where like people not about to be wearing hoodies, so I guess it would be more so like t-shirts and
I need a
I'm not
number.
even 2,500.
2,500? That's going to get you how much?
I could probably buy like I can probably buy and print like 2 dozen and a packaging.
No. If you needed $2,500 for 2 dozen, that means each shirt costs you $100? That's not true.
I'm talking about as far as like packaging and printing and everything like that.
It's not 2,500.
I
did apparel for a very, very long time. How much are the
So
blanks?
you just saying just get anything cheap.
I'm not saying cheap, but it ain't $100 a piece. 2 dozen is 24 pieces. And if it costs $2,500 to get 24 pieces, that means each shirt is costing you $100. And that's not true. Okay.
I guess I got.
Listen, I'm gonna walk you through this right now, okay? Are you ready?
Where your pen and paper?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and start writing. This some good, okay?
Okay. How much does it cost for a blank t-shirt? The ones that you get, the good ones.
The ones that I had was like $16 a piece.
Where are you getting them from?
I was getting them from Rue Porter.
Where?
Rue Porter. It's in LA.
You ordered it online?
Yeah.
How you spell it?
RUEPORTER.
RTER. Rue Porter hoodie. Okay. So I'm looking at the price of them now, and this is just on the website, where the hoodies I see are, where are we at? Rue Porter hoodie, Rue Porter. So the t-shirts are $34. Shop blanks. We doing t-shirts, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we're at $34, but this is on the website, which means
Yeah, they was like $16.90 or something like that. I think the last time I had got something.
it's about $17 for the
t-shirt.
blank wholesale, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how much was embroidery?
It was like $15 a piece. $15 to like $23. It
With just
depended
a
on the
small
size.
privacy joint on there?
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be that much.
That's how much I was paying.
Yeah, I know. It's embroidery. I know it. But that shouldn't be $16 because it's not that many. Do you notice, how many stitches it is?
No, that's how much he charged me.
Yeah. He's getting over. Okay. Because like you have to look at the stitch count, but the stitch count, because you only got it on the side, right? Right here?
Right, yes.
That's not a high stitch count. So that should be probably $4 or $5 max.
Oh no, I wasn't. I was paying like $15 a piece for some stuff, and then some stuff was like $23.
They're overcharging you because you're either getting a small quantity or they just know you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I only got, when I went to him, I only had got like I had got shirts and short. I had got hoodies and shorts, and I had got t-shirts done, and probably altogether, I probably only had like 30 something pieces.
Okay, and I'm not gonna ask you if you have the logo and stuff trademarked. I'm not even gonna ask you that question. Okay, but we're gonna print some up. And I would imagine, but even that, right? So let's just say it's $17 for a t-shirt. Let's say high number, it's another $17 to stitch it. That's $34 for a shirt. How much you sell it for?
The t-shirts, I was selling t-shirts for like 75.
75. Okay. It's not going to cost $35, but let's just say the print cost is $35. If you got 100 $35 t-shirts, 100 now, that costs you $350. I mean, that would be like $3,500 for 100 of them. Which, if we sold 100 for $70, then we're at $7,000, and we flipped our money. But for 24, it shouldn't be this expensive. And I'm going to walk you through the process, and you're getting them printed locally?
Yeah, I'm in Charlotte.
You're in Charlotte, okay. Yeah, it's just too high. You have the artwork, correct?
Yes.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna come out with a collaboration piece. I'll do it this way. We're gonna come out with a collaboration piece. I'll let you design it, okay? I'm going to fund it. I get my money back, and you get to keep all the profits, but you got to sell them all. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But if I pay money to get these shirts printed up, don't not get me my money back.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
J-Star, she gonna give me my money back? I mean, she's a hustler for a short period of time, historically. Right? So if we design a shirt and we get it done, and let's say it costs me $1,500, $2,000 to print up 50 shirts or however many, it'll be cheaper, but I want my $2,000 back. And I don't want, listen to me. Historically, you get excited about something and you stop doing it.
Right.
And I'm betting on you. I'm hoping those tears were sincere and you're about to change your life. You're about to change who you've been historically. That's why I'm betting on you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so me, you, and J-Star, we'll get together. We'll get some of the shirts wholesale. Do we really need the $17 t-shirts? Can we find another really good shirt for like $9? I think so. So there's there's a bunch of them joints, right? Say it again.
I said my daughter has a line, so I can reach out to her to see who she was using for shirts.
I want you to do some research, find out these shirts that we're going to print up. We're going to do a collaboration design. I'll pay for it. The only money I'm getting out of the sales is my money back, the amount that I put in. You can keep the profit, and you use those profits to roll into your apparel brand.
Okay.
I want my money back.
Imagine if she would have quit. Imagine if she would have quit calling in. The power of not quitting.
Power of not quitting. All right, so you're going to do it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. Well, we got she ain't got no job, so I ain't gonna tell her to come to Atlanta yet. Well, you gonna come to Atlanta?
Sure.
And they said that you can stay with them. So
Pull up.
all right, we're gonna make this thing happen. All right.
All right.
All right. Cool. Hey, listen, family. Do me a favor. I want y'all to send me a Cash App. And whatever we get on this Cash App, we're going to send it to that young lady because she got 5 kids and it's not her fault. It's not her fault. She's been in the wrong environment and she has a group of people that's willing to let her quit. And we are not going to let her quit. So send me a Cash App. I'm sending I'm putting you on my Cash App in right now. Just do $ sleep is the number 4 suckers. You throw my Cash App. Whatever we send this young lady, whatever you send me, I'm going to send this young lady. J-Star, you got her number, right? We want to support. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $10. Whatever you want to send, let's put it up there. Ma'am, your camera, it's a Nokia. Why your phone look like that? I don't know what's going on. Drop the Cash App. Nella. $ SLEEPIS, the number 4 SUCKERS. And what was her name? Lynn. We are going to. She got 5 kids, man, and it is rough out here. So we are going to support. And whatever y'all give, Terrica gonna match it. So
the one that just hopped off got 5 kids?
She got 5. That's what she said. She got 5 kids. And you can't, living off credit cards and refund checks, that's tough. Ma'am, I think maybe it's your internet, but your phone looks crazy. Can you hear us?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. Yes, Tiffany.
Oh, you said my phone? My phone looks crazy?
Your phone looks crazy.
I don't know why.
It's real,
I ain't on my
it's real
phone.
pixelated.
It's
real pixelated. Don't worry about it. Hold on. Okay.
I can switch to my laptop.
It's all good.
Okay.
Real quick, just hold on for a second. We have our official food sponsor in the building. Uncle Phil's is here. I'm about to put Donald in the hot seat too, since he's here.
I watch him all the time, so I think I'm trained for the hot seat. I watch him all the time.
So, congratulations on an explosive business, man. The best cheesesteaks first off.
Yeah, I appreciate Jay,
I went to Philly, though. I went to Philly and had some cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
They ain't even close to Uncle Phil's, bro.
We like that, man.
Yeah, man. So, real quick, you've had a journey, and I've been seeing you posting like your journey.
Yeah.
So let's run through it real quick.
Just the journey of it. I'm from South Philly originally. Got this right? Yeah. So I'm from South Philly originally. 7 siblings. Went to college. Went to Hampton University. Came down here to Atlanta to do video production. And like I was telling Shands, what's crazy is I did photography for him, like one event, like for free.
That's crazy.
And I still got the picture. And COVID hit, and I just wanted to pivot. I saw food trucks were popping on like the film sets and different things like that. And the main thing that we did, we wanted to start doing award ice, so we did that. Built up the social media. A lot of people from Philly, Jersey, Delaware, Baltimore was coming through. And we just continue to grow. I use my 401k. I use everything to upstart the business. Took a lot of losses with builders building out the food truck. And then now we're in a ghost kitchen. We got a food truck coming out. We're looking for a storefront right now for 2024. And we just want to continue to innovate the cheesesteak space in Atlanta. Being from Philly, I see a lot of people just do basic beef and chicken. So we do like honey garlic. I got chicken bacon ranch here for y'all today.
What you bring today?
Yeah, I got some chicken bacon ranch cheesesteaks.
And the bacon is beef too.
Yeah, and the bacon is beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, no pork. Yeah, we don't do pork in Philly.
So what we got today? Because I don't think I had the bacon chicken ranch.
No, I don't think you did.
I need one of them.
Yeah, that joint, and a lot of these are like rotational and seasonal. So we have a lot of different cheesesteaks that we want to rotate on the menu just to innovate the space and try to just bring something different to food again. I feel like a lot of people just try to sell food and not really curate an experience for people to be excited about. Like when people see some of the videos, they're like, man, I can taste it through the video. And that's what we're trying to curate in Atlanta. It's like, we don't want to just put parsley on top of food and call it fine dining, you know what I'm saying? So we want to take a space that's so niche as cheesesteaks and really make it gourmet in a sense, make it feel like you're getting a bang for your buck at the end of the day.
And last month, you've had the best month in business ever.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
To go from the story of just an idea and kind of moving through trying to figure it all out, and last month having the best month you've ever had, and it's only going up from here, man. Yeah. So sitting on a convo, you're going to be able to hear what's going on, any wisdom you can impart. We'd appreciate it. Okay, so let's bring her back because she started getting clearer. Shouts out to, Uncle Phil's okay. We appreciate you gave $10. Alicia gave $5 for the donation. 25 from Butterly Delicious. Clement Maduro gave $50. Man, we appreciate that. Tara Walters gave $5. Keith Ellis gave $5. Maya, M-A-I-A Smith, gave $20. Man, we appreciate it. We definitely going to show you some love. Let's see if we can get this up, man. Let's get this up. Okay. Hello. Welcome.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Incredible.
Good.
Talk to me. What's going on?
So I actually resonated a lot with the last caller. I think I'm going back and forth of like, I don't want to quit, but I'm questioning, should I quit? Because I feel like I've been trying to build this business for so long, and I think like, is it in the cards for me, or do I really just need to go back to corporate? I've done well in corporate and find my peace there, because I feel like I've invested a lot of money into this business and time away from my kids and just relationships, like sacrifices that I've made. And I'm like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? So I'm kind of,
What she do?
and I'm in that space right now where I took some time away, and I'm just now kind of getting back into the flow of things. But I took some time away because I'm like, I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and the kind of the results of what I've had. So that's essentially where I'm at, and just being frustrated and feeling like I've started down this path. I kind of pivot a little bit and trying to figure out like, being in the finance space, like what's my lane, and trying to figure out like, at first I was thinking I don't have the right support. Maybe I need to find a different coach. And I've taken all the courses and taken all the programs and been in masterminds. I did one-on-one coaching, did group coaching. I feel like I've done all of the things. And so I'm like, where do I get to the point with this where I really like start having consistent success?
See, any questions?
Yeah. So what is it that you do?
So I am a financial consultant for small businesses. I initially started out with working with women. My brand is called Miss CFO. I initially started working out with women, helping women to improve their finances. And then this year, I pivoted to working with small business owners.
What do you do?
Oh, so I help them to create systems and processes to become profitable within their business.
Okay, so financial consultant is very broad, right? I have a financial modeler, I have a controller, I have an accountant, I have a CPA. What type of financial advice do you give to small business owners?
So really centered around the structure of their business. So I help them to create SOPs for their financial processes and helping them to set up actual like order and structure to their business, like, which systems they should be using, how to, set up their banking system so that they can start creating profit, how to set up their payroll, different things like that. I don't do the accounting, bookkeeping, that.
Okay, so tell me, I'm a small business and I'm hiring you to be my coach. What is the first thing you tell me to do? What is your first role?
So my first role is understanding the dynamics of the business. I usually work with service providers. So how the business runs, what's the goal of the business? So helping the goal to start out helping the business owner to start out with what's their goal and what's their vision for their business, and then how to start creating goals for the business. And then I start, lifting under the hood and looking and now analyzing the business. What has the business been doing revenue wise? What are their expenses looking like? What is the dynamic of their team? If they do have any systems in place, like what does
are you
that look
looking
like?
for service providers, or are you looking to teach coaching?
So with this pivot, ultimately, I want to get to a space to where we are providing outsourced support for small businesses. So right now I'm doing almost kind of a hybrid of like coaching and me being hands-on and doing the work myself within their business. So it's like a hybrid of that, but ultimately I want to
Right,
just
but let
get
me
to the
just tell
point
you, I'm confused. I still don't know what you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? I said, as a small business owner, take me from step one. So let me just ask an elementary question. What type of service providers you work with?
So I work with marketing companies, and I also work with, I've had some hairstylists who's been clients.
All right, let's go there then. Let's work with a hairstylist. What is the first thing you do with a hairstylist to help them with their business?
Mm-hmm. So the very first thing that I do is understand how the business operates and how it has been operating. Just understanding, get an assessment of like what's going on.
Okay, well, let me ask a different question. I'm a hairstylist. I hire you. Mm-hmm. How much money can you help me make?
So I'm not helping you to make money. I'm helping you to become profitable.
So profitable is not helping me make money?
Yeah. Profitable from the standpoint of really cleaning up your finances and your expenses, and more so in understanding your cash flow. So we'll discuss how you're making money and if there's ways to optimize how you're making money, more so like around pricing and things like that. But I'm not coming in to say, hey,
can I tell you why I wouldn't hire you? I wouldn't hire you because you have not told me how you're going to help me make money. I asked you from your example as as the expert. You said you're a financial planner, correct? That's what you said? Okay. And as a financial planner, you have to be able to show me how you're going to help me financially. And you have not communicated that with any example that I have asked. I'm still confused on how you can help me as a small business owner grow my hair salon business. And I think everybody else in the audience is as well. So I think what happens is you have to write down at least 2 to 3 points of how you can help a business get to profitability. Because if I say, if you tell me you're a financial planner and I say, hey, how can you help me make money? And you say, well, I come in and I clean up your books. Okay, what does that mean, clean up my books? Like there's so many, spectrums to this. Most small business owners is not going to even understand the financial lingo. And so I think it has to be, made simple. I always tell people in real estate, I keep it simple like ABCs in elementary, because I want to reach as many people as I possibly can, only because I understand and comprehend things on that scale. And I'm able to do a lot when I understand it more. So I couldn't hire you to come in and help me financially because I don't understand how you add value to me yet. So I feel like you need to figure out how you can add value to that person you're looking for, and then go there. I wouldn't be focused on being a coach right now if you're focused on building service providers and having multiple accounts. I will focus on getting that part underway, and then hiring people to come in to work with the service providers that you train and that you bring up under your company. And then from there, maybe you can branch off and teach a course. But right now, I don't feel you can teach a course because it's not clear. You know, the Bible says, write a plan and make it clear in Habakkuk. So if your plan is not clear, I can't run with it. I'm not running with the plan. I'm asking too many questions with the plan. So let me give you an example. When someone come to me and they say, hey, Terrica, I want to get started in real estate investing. I say, okay, what type of investor do you want to be? Do you want to be passive or do you want to be active? That's the first thing I ask them, because then it's going to give me an idea of how I'm going to help them get there the fastest way. Let's say they say, I want to be passive. I say, okay, perfect. So what you need to look for is multifamily properties. How much money do you have in the bank to be able to go out and buy multifamily properties? They say, I got $20,000. Okay, well, perfect. I know that the bank could give you 80%. So if you look for a building that's $100,000, you can put $20,000 down. The bank could give you $80,000, and now you just bought multifamily income. How much income can I make from that? Well, you probably should look for something between $300 to $500 per door. So if you buy 4 units with that $100,000 and you making $500 per door, you're making $2,000 a month. Okay, well, what about my mortgage payment? How do I account for that? Well, we have something that's called the 50% rule. So that means that I'm going to allocate about 50% of my operating expenses. So you may make $1,000 passively a month in real estate income. Would you like to make $1,000 passively a month with the $20,000 you invested in this 4-unit multifamily building? Yes or no?
Yes.
I just made the plan clear. You see what I'm saying? So you got to get that clear with your business.
Okay.
So
I got you.
Yep. Nah, I think that's it. We don't fail because the business is failing. It's something that we're doing wrong. We have to identify that. So you might not be getting the clients that you're looking for because it's hard to articulate what you're doing for them. So there's a reason.
Okay.
I want us all to think there's a reason our business doesn't work, and it's our job to identify the reason. We got to find the reason. This is how we win, y'all. This is how we win. We do something, it's not working. Our mind goes to, what do I have to fix? Businesses don't work because they don't work. They don't work because there's a human being that's not doing what's required, or they think because we have a good offer, it's just supposed to grow like that. And it doesn't work that way. It's these small little details, small things that we need to adjust and fix in our business. Otherwise, you're going to start something else. You're going to come across the same problem, and you're going to think, well, I need to do something else. No, you need to be something else. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. I understand what you guys are both saying. And I feel like I can do it. And now that you're saying that, it's hard for me to explain it. And I can write it, but I need to learn how to verbalize it and communicate that when I am speaking. And I do agree that I definitely felt like I've been working on my messaging because I've been like corporate wise in the finance space. I can speak jargony, and I need to just better communicate it when I'm talking, when I'm pitching, to say it to my particular clients, but what the target that I'm going after. I do have a question though, because this is one of the things that I have been thinking about in this space too. Is it best to niche down in this space to have like a really focused demographic? So say, for example, service providers is still a broad space. And I've worked with people like in different areas of that. But would it be more beneficial to say, just throwing out hairstylists, for example, people who own hair salons? I exclusively work with hair salon owners, or in this earlier phase, can I be a little bit broader with service providers?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, I think So when I was listening, I think it will be better because when you first came, I'm like, damn, maybe she can help me with my business, but because we're still like learning day to day. Like I was just saying, like we had to take salmon off because we realized, like me looking at the numbers, I'm like, hey, we're actually losing money on this. But during the day to day, I'm just looking at sales. Okay, this is what we're generating. Then at the end of the day, I don't really know where that money is going. So I think. I wouldn't say, I mean, I would definitely find a niche because then you can become an authority in the space, because if you're going to different spaces, you're not really understanding where you can actually make the business profitable at. You dig what I'm saying? Like if you, like in the restaurant industry, a lot of restaurants make a lot of revenue, but they don't know where that money is going. So just imagine you help them find that, like, hey, you need to tweak this price up by 2% because your POS system is charging you an extra 2%. And if you can get us money that, I don't know how you can curate a financial plan to get your payout, but I think I'm going to speak from restaurants. I think that it's an ongoing business. Everybody want to get into the restaurant business, but they don't really know the financials of it as far as like inventory, labor costs, rent, etc. So I would definitely like niche down. Like even with a hair salon, it's very iffy because a lot of hairstylists take cash underneath the they don't really deal with the bank. So therefore, they're not really doing their taxes or anything like that. So I think it would be hard to really give them a financial plan if they're not really putting money in the bank and seeing and allocating where the money is going, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense, because I think about, like, with the stylist, for example, that's one of the things that I work through with them, is helping them to find the money, because a lot of times they make more money than they realize, but they're playing the tax game.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it's time to do things like, okay, we need to go get funding, but now you're not properly positioned to do that because you've been pretending that you don't make as much money that you need to. So now you're not going to get approved. So I help them to initially say, okay, what is the goal here? Like, one, how do we want to exit? I think I was watching something that you were talking about earlier. But how do we want to exit the business? So it's a lifestyle business. Are we setting this business up to sell? Are we setting this business up to be a legacy business? So we're starting with the end in mind, and then we can work back, backtrack from there and understand, okay, how do we work towards that goal? And then how do we get you positioned to say, okay, if you do know that in 3 years you do need funding because maybe now you want to buy this salon suite, then what do we need to put in place now so that we can prepare for that later? So doing that kind of cleanup and doing the structure to where they understand where their money is coming in from, where it is going, and then how we can get it to the place to ultimately grow and become profitable.
So to answer your question, whether you go like broad or niche, I think that's going to be up to you. But I would calculate what type of income I need. So how much are your services typically?
So if you have me on for monthly, the package is $1,500 a month. If we're doing a one-off like VIP day style, then it's a 2-day VIP, and then that's $5,000.
Okay, the $1,500, because it's like an ongoing. How often do people keep you on?
Yeah, so they'll typically keep me on. You have two options. So you either do 6 months minimum or 12 months.
Gotcha. How much do you need to be making in your business to not go to work?
My goal number, so minimum is $12K a month to me in business expenses. Yeah, that's my. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Let me reframe that. That's not actually honestly true. My true bare bones number.
Whoa! Hey, real quick, before you just throw a number out there, what I'd like for you to do is I want you to come up with how much you need to make in your business so that you don't have to go to work. And if your clients pay you $1,500 a month, if you think there's a niche, whether it's restaurants or small business entrepreneurs that do e-com or something like that, we calculate how many of those we need in that particular niche, and we go find those. Let's just say, for instance, it's restaurants. And let's say you need $6,000 a month or $7,000 a month. You need to go find 5 restaurants. You need to walk into one of those sandwich shops or a cheesesteak spot or a pizza spot and say, hey, I help specifically restaurants because I understand how these products come in, how you buy them, how there's waste, how there's loss. I understand how to calculate that stuff because you're making a bunch of money, but you don't know where it's going. And you can say that confidently because 9 out of 10 of them will agree with you. They might not say it in front of their staff, but they'll be like, I mean, yeah, I get it. So if you're going niche, you calculate, I need 5 restaurants to keep me out of corporate.
Okay.
Now go do that work, learn how to articulate your message, and let's get busy, all right?
I got it. Thank you, guys.
Let's get it, okay? First off, what cheesesteaks you got?
David, have your merch.
I got the beef, I got the honey garlic, and then I got the chicken bacon ranch.
Beef, honey garlic chicken, and chicken bacon ranch.
Honey garlic
chicken goes crazy.
Nah, I kept it simple just in case, you know.
She don't like nothing,
You
bruh.
simple?
Yeah, I'm simple.
Yeah, that you know what bothers me is when people order cheesesteak with no cheese. That really
It bothers you.
Really, like it's okay though. I mean,
I don't
I
even
got
think
you.
that makes sense.
I mean, hey,
It's not a cheesesteak.
we
It's
try
steak.
It's a
We
steak.
try
And,
yeah,
it's an E steak.
it is.
Yeah.
A little E steak.
But we
All right,
actually got a piece.
let's-
We got a
let's-
piece of cheesesteak coming soon that we working on.
Pizza cheesesteak?
Yeah.
Oh, what's going to be on it?
Mozzarella cheese with some homemade like pizza sauce, some roasted like bell peppers. So what I want to do is like kind of orange. Like I love Crumble Cookie. I kind of watch their interviews like every single day, and I like how they innovate on the cookie space. So I kind of want to do that with cheesesteak. So it's hard to do it on a day to day. Because, like I was telling Shands, people be so mad at the wait time, and we had to cut the menu because we're making 10 different cheesesteaks on in a small space. So instead of keeping them all in the menu, we can rotate them, keep people excited. You know, they might want to come back after another 2 weeks of seeing a different cheesesteak to try it and bring their lady or their boyfriend or whatever. So it just keeps them addicted, basically.
Right, yo. It's like, yo, this is actually a perfect example of building a business. I see a problem, and the question is, how do I solve the problem? So some people are like, nah, have 1,000. You're like, all right, well, we just going to niche down into chicken, beef. We're going to do a couple of them joints so I can cut the lines down. Maybe when you go to, a bigger restaurant or something like that. And then we can go, more variety. But like people just don't, people really don't think like that. You know what I mean? They just don't think in that way. So, hey man, make sure y'all go to Uncle. If you in Atlanta,
Right.
and you want a cheesesteak, there's only one place to go. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. The best cheesesteaks I've ever had in my life, and I'm from the South Jersey, Philly area.
Right.
This is not just cap. That's how I really started rocking with them. Like, hold on, bro. This joint's fire. My wife loves them, and my daughter, she don't love nothing, but she like, she goes crazy. So
You ever heard of the Food Stalker?
the food stalker?
Yeah, he like a big time review person. But you heard of him? Like he literally will call because a lot of restaurants they pay for food reviewers to come. So he'll literally call like, yo, I'm outside and pay. And one time he just did a free video. Like he was like, yo, I'm bringing my some of my coworkers through. Did a video. It was organic. That joint went viral. Like and people was like, yo, how much did you pay? I said, I didn't pay him anything. He just liked the product.
Yeah.
He just liked the product.
Oh, crazy. Hey, listen, man. If you're in Atlanta, if you're in Atlanta, throw an ATL in the chat. We need you to go to Uncle Phil's today. You open today, right?
Of course. Going on right. And it's Friday. We had some big.
Put it on the mic. Yes, hot seat, my boy. Real
Because
quick.
what y'all need to do is get that food truck. How many times I called 2 weeks in a row trying to get y'all food truck out?
You need to talk to DeKalb County because that's a lot of like with the food industry. I think I would definitely say allocate money for things to come up because a lot of things came up as far as with the build out and having to redo things and communicate with the inspector. But we ready next week. We about to hit the streets. I ain't about to lie.
I'm trying to give y'all this resident spot.
Listen.
Hold it. Save it.
Hold it as long as I can.
Listen, we want the whole Georgia to experience this, because we really do it with care. And I think what I heard is like, make the vision, write the vision and make it clear. Like, that's so true. And like, what are the reasons that you're doing it? Like, if you're just doing it for money, like, it's never going to be anything. So like in Philly, I can hear the helicopters, I can hear the dirt bikes, I can hear the girls jumping rope, and I think about water ice, I think about cheesesteaks and pretzels. So it's nostalgic that I want to bring back. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
What's a pretzel?
Oh man, Philadelphia Pretzel Factory.
Philadelphia Pretzel Factory.
Lord,
I
I can't
break
Oh
get them down.
my God!
I wish I can get pretzels.
New Orleans.
Hold on, hold on, real quick. Hold on.
Over pretzels.
You know what a pretzel is, though.
Yeah,
Not an Auntie Annie's,
the way
though.
he
Not
said
an
it,
Auntie Annie.
the way he
Philadelphia.
said it, it didn't sound like pretzel.
Listen, with spicy mustard.
Pretzels.
Yes.
It's a Philly
Yes.
bull. Philly bull.
Water ice on the side.
Listen,
Water
spicy
ice on the
mustard.
side. What?
Come on,
It's a
man.
salty and sweetness that go with the water ice.
Yes.
But Atlanta folk, like, I was literally getting them shipped down here when I said my truck with water ice, and people didn't want the pretzel, so I had to stop doing it. But like, if I could make them, I would. Like, a lot of the water ice places in Philly, like Fred's and different things like that, they go to Philadelphia Pretzel Factory in the morning, they get them fresh, and then like they just,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
We're gonna introduce Terrica. All right,
Philly in us.
let's get this last caller in, because I'm about to be a part of this cheesesteak. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, what up?
Hi, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for taking the call.
Nah, thanks for joining.
You're welcome. You guys are talking about when is enough enough,
Mhm.
and I think enough is enough when you're tired of waiting to be chosen, or you're waiting for someone to see your value, or you're waiting for someone to finally feel like, you know what, let's give you a chance. So I'm calling because you always mentioned about your curriculum that you're building in the schools. I'm actually a PE teacher in Oakland, California. My name is Elisha Lily Davis, Miss Davis, and I have on average, over 225 students every single year. And I've actually been teaching financial literacy and business to my students for the past 2 to 3 years since coming back from COVID. And I've been that representation because students don't just want to learn from somebody who teaches a curriculum, they want to see the person executing it live. So the brand that I have on right now is self-drafted. It's my brand. It's a LLC and a nonprofit. And my goal is to be able to teach my students not only financial literacy, but career building, business building, and adult life skills. And I actually have proven data to show that my students want to learn this. And we did it this year. And so I want to ask, how can I become a certified instructor to teach your curriculum to my students in Oakland, California?
Really good question. So the curriculum writer, he literally hit me today, and he's working on weeks 3 and 4. So we have week 1 and 2 done, and he's working on 3 and 4. It's 18 weeks. So he says it's going to be a couple months before the curriculum is done. But I got to get it in my hands and see how we're moving with it. But obviously, we want to get it into your school, and I'll be able to, kind of start that process. I didn't even think about certifying people to teach it, because the process is I go into the schools and teach all the teachers how to teach it. But you're saying you want to be a person that's teaching the teachers how to teach it.
I want to be a pilot to teach it to my students, to show data of that our students want this. And I think that if students have the opportunity to find a voice in their learning experience, that will automatically increase their focus, engagement, and grades, because now they have a reason to come to school. And in my PE class, I already create this student ownership environment where they have a voice in, okay, what sports are you playing for this marking period? What do you guys want to do? And I actually think that conversation over curriculum is important. And so when I started asking my students the question of, if you had your own curriculum, what would you want to be taught in the school if you were forced to come to school? But it doesn't have to be subject based. These are ninth grade kids. Some of them are 13 and 14. And you would be shocked to hear them say taxes, credit. One young lady said, I noticed a lot of adults eat a lot of takeout when they're older. How do I budget to go to the grocery store and meal prep? One kid said, how do I learn how to manage my emotions? right? And I have a diverse group of students, right? So we are a tier one school, right? We are a low income school. However, we are one of the top schools in our Oakland Unified School District. So we are allowed to have access to students that come from all around. So yes, we have our colored babies, but we have white, Asian, black, Arabic, everything that you would think. But in PE, for one teacher, I can have up to 53 students
Dang.
in my class versus a math student. They can have, I mean, a math teacher can have up to maybe 32, but the most students I've ever
Wow.
had in one class was 68.
That's
But I
crazy.
still, yeah, so but I play basketball, so me being on a team and me knowing how to pivot and do what I do, having a lot of students isn't a hard thing for me. But I also have creative control over my curriculum. So if you say, hey, the curriculum won't be done till the end of the year, I can say, okay, do you want to teach this, in the spring semester of 2025, or do we want to go fall of 2025? And I'm the person on campus where they know, oh, we're going to hire Miss Davis to teach financial literacy at our summer bridge. We're going to hire Miss Davis to talk about business, and they are hiring me, but I'm not charging them because I understood that my school is always a pilot. How can I see what works? Because at the end of the day, we can make all this money in the outside world, but if we don't know how to teach our babies, who are not just the future, they're the present, then it's going to be difficult for us to execute and have the generational wealth and the transformation that we want for our community as Black people. So I don't want to leave the schools. I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be an employee and an entrepreneur, meaning work for someone who has a business. So I'm kind of a triple threat to really be able to see I don't have to leave my job, nor do I have to just stay in my job and being happy. How can I be self-drafted in what I do and be able to help bring people into the schools who need it? And the kids like me. They mess with me. So
I
my
got you.
goal is using my
A
hoodie
couple.
as
Okay,
a
first
tangible
off,
product. Hmm.
get your school to book me to come out.
How can I book you to come out? Because they're not going to pay for it. So what
They
does it
might.
cost to get you to
They don't
come?
got no funding for
Nah,
that.
I've tried that. So that's why I created my own nonprofit. And really, I just take the money I make as a teacher or the money that I make doing other side hustles and I put it into the business or the nonprofit, and then I pay whoever's going to come or do. So I've
Man,
had
I
guest
am
speakers come
not
speak
taking
to
your
my
money.
class.
Yo, listen. Let's figure out a way to get a school to bring me, and I'll just come stop by your school. Maybe if you have some connections in another school, but I'm not taking your money to come out there. There are
Okay,
schools
well,
that
whatever,
book
whatever we
speakers to
need.
come teach on just this.
Yeah, I've had people come teach as guest speakers and they just did it out the kindness of their heart, but they're from the Bay Area, like real estate professionals, yoga teachers,
Right. No, that's what
anything
I'm
that the
saying.
students say they want to learn.
I will come to your school, but we need to figure out somebody else to pay for it. You understand?
Yeah, yes, sir. That's why I became a nonprofit so I can learn how to get grants and
Okay.
do sponsorships and do other things. And yeah, and I actually have a dope event that I'm going to be doing next year. It was supposed to be this year. So when you guys talked about quitting or do you give up, I had to pivot because I knew that I couldn't afford to do it all on my own. But I have the school and everybody already rallying behind me. I just have to execute on it. So you're absolutely correct. The grants and the sponsorships are what I am focusing on to be able to get vendors and people to come to my school to be able to talk to my students, but it just has to be in a intentional way because
Listen,
required
I will
attendance
be,
is the
first of
only
all,
way.
I got you. Hold on,
Yes, sir.
Donald, give her a cheesesteak, please, because Terrica hungry. Terrica said, I want to eat. Now, listen, I will be there. Now, I'm not coming from Atlanta to the Bay Area. Just, if I was in town, I come. But let's figure out a way, whether it's writing a grant or getting another school that's not far to book a speaker, and I'll just come to your school for free. I'll just come. But we gotta get me out there. Not
Yes,
you.
sir.
Somebody else got some money. Okay?
Yes.
Unless you can have someone, just maybe a local business owner or something like that, donate to your nonprofit to do it, then I'm down. But I'm not taking your money. So take my email. It's bookings at davidneversleeps.com. Bookings@davidneversleeps.com. Schools book me all the time. Actually, I think next week I'm going to a school, but it's in North Carolina. But bookings@davidneversleeps. Let's make it happen, and I'll just come to your school. I'll allocate
Okay,
another
question.
day or some time just to come kick it with y'all.
Okay, and I have a question for you. What are your 3 favorite colors?
Orange, yellow, and black.
Orange, yellow, and black, and you're
Yeah.
extra large, correct?
Did you? Oh yeah, there we go. Yep.
Orange, yellow, and black, and you're extra large.
Yes.
I heard Donnie said on one of your interviews. I wanted to send you and her a self-drafted care package. I have hoodies, self-drafted, www.selfdrafted.store. You could go and be able to buy a hoodie. I have 22 colors in this same brand, in this same
Dang.
hoodie. But the whole goal is like, you guys are a part of the reason why I became self-drafted, because I was watching Social Proof podcast when I didn't know who I was, when I was very lost after being a basketball player at Arizona State University. I graduated and did a lot of things, but I never knew who I was outside of being an athlete. And so watching you and Donnie, y'all, like, I call y'all my virtual mentors, and I talk about y'all like I know y'all or something. You feel me? So, but I just wanted to say thank you for what you do. Thank you for who you are. And I think it's pretty dope that you're a Black man representing the right way. And what we need. So I look up to you beyond just being an entrepreneur. I met you in person at InvestFest. You're actually really, really taller than I thought, which is pretty cool. But overall, I just wanted to send you a hoodie to say thank you, because being self-drafted means to have the audacity to fearlessly believe in yourself when no one, even if you're the only one, having the accountability to not blame other people for the way your life is, and also taking the action to execute on creating the better quality of life that you say you want based on your effort and what you work for. So you represent that. Donnie represents that. Social Proof Podcast and Network represent that. So thank you for being a part of my journey of helping me not discover who I am, but helping me decide who I wanted to become. So thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you sent her the address. Okay, Nella sent you the address. So yeah. Thank you so much.
Send it to me where? How do I find it?
Put your link in the chat too, man. If y'all like it, support it.
Okay, where do I find the address?
It's in your DM.
In my Instagram?
Hey, Instagram, right? Yeah, Instagram DM.
Oh y'all really do this for real. That's it.
Absolutely. And make sure you drop your link in the chat. There's people saying they like the hoodie. So yeah, definitely, man. Let's get it.
Perfect. Hey, yeah, free shipping for anything over $80.
I can't hear you. I couldn't hear. Okay, she was saying something.
Free shipping over $80.
Are they still there? Yeah, they can come back. Yeah. What were you saying?
You talking to me? Oh, I was letting people know free shipping for anything over $80.
Say less. Say less. Yeah, drop the link in the chat, man. If y'all like it, support. I like what's going on here, man. A whole bunch of support going on. All right, cool. I will see you later, I'm sure. Listen, man, another episode of Free Smoke. Put the camera on Terrica. How is it? Go crazy, T. Go crazy. She try to eat the steak on the low. And that dog going.
It's so good. It's so good. And that joint not even that crazy hot either. Hey, gotta heat it up.
Yo, the best cheesesteaks I've ever had. Yo, and that's saying a lot, bro.
That is.
If you in Atlanta, somebody put ATL in the chat. How did you get in earlier? The door was just open? The door was just open? Okay. The door was just open. Okay, well, that's interesting.
Who's that?
I don't know. All right, y'all. Listen, man. Another episode of Free Smoke wrapped up. We appreciate y'all's support. We appreciate. Let's see what we gave the young lady. Let's see, Lanice. Let's see what we gave Lanice real quick, man. Congratulations. Thank y'all for donating. All of this is going to her today, but also I'm still going to invest. I'm not taking no profits. I just want my money back, okay? So what did we give to Lanice? Somebody calculate this real quick. You got it, Nella? Yeah. We got $10, $5, $25, $50 from Clement. Hold on, let me shout it out real quick. Start over. Are you ready? $10 from Uncle Phil's, $5 from Alicia Akram, $25 from Butterly Delicious, $50 from Clement Maduro, $5 from Tara Walters, $5 from Keith Ellis, $20 from Maya Smith. I think I'm saying that right. Maiai. $5 from Amazing Escaped, $5. Nella, okay, Nella threw up to 15. Go crazy. Orender Grant, donated $10, and Sean Valentine donated $5. How much I owe? $155. And I'm going to match that, man. We just going to round it up to $300, and we're going to send that to her today, okay? So thank y'all so much for the support, man. I love the fact that we are able to come together and show some love. The young lady that just came on, if you like the hoodie, support the hoodie. And I need y'all to support us too. There's 219 people watching. There was thousands of people that came in and out, and we only got 122 likes. Hit the like button. This costs you absolutely nothing. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Okay, we got 123. There's one person that's obedient. One person's showing love. This is free, y'all. Okay, we went to 131. Okay, come on, just hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like button. Okay, just hit that little like button. We got 131, 143. Okay, it's creepy. Y'all don't care. Y'all just don't care. All right, hit that like button, man. But thank you so much. Shouts out to our sponsor, Uncle Phil's, man. Make sure y'all follow Uncle Phil's. Uncle Phil's on Instagram, UNCLEPHILLS, right? Uncle Phil's. Make sure you follow and support. If you're in ATL, put an ATL in the chat. Go there today. Go eat. I'm about to get down on this chicken bacon ranch. Terrica Lynn Smith. Oh, we got an event coming up on the 18th.
Yep, free summit.
Put to the mic. Tom.
Free summit.
You didn't gave out a lot of smoke today.
I gave out a lot of smoke today? A little bit? Okay, praise God. Yeah, so you can sign up for the free summit. Me and some of my really cool friends are going to be spending 4 to 6 hours with you guys, just teaching you the game and just giving you guys free smoke.
Let's get it.
Go to Terrica's with an S summit.com. See you on the 18th in class.
Let's get it.
Pen and paper required.
Let's go. Thank y'all so much for joining and supporting. We will be right back here next Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see y'all next week. And also July 4th and 5th, we have Podcast Summit coming up. Podcast Summit 2024 is about to be insane. If you want to learn how to start, grow, or heavily monetize a podcast, you want to do what I'm doing right now, you want to monetize your personality, you want to be a content creator, anything in the space, now is the time. We're in Atlanta, July 4th and 5th, and we are going to show you all a quick little documentary of last year. It was phenomenal. So go to podcastsummit.com, and I will see y'all next week. We out. Peace.
Summit 2023, baby. We in the building.
What we doing? A podcast summit. That's what we're doing.
This is one of those events that if you miss, you actually miss something. Everybody knows media is taking over, and David Shands is leading the front.
It isn't just about building a podcast and finding your message. It's about truly leveraging the power of podcasting.
Create, don't wait. Everyone here is a content creator or emerging content creator or aspiring content creator, and we have learned the tools necessary to create our own work.
I think it's a lot of people that just didn't register that are coming. You know what I mean?
I mean, we're not tripping on general. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if I told them, hey, look, if they're not on it, we'll double check. If we got to add it, I want everyone logged so we know what the final number is. Yeah. I'm really just tripping off of, the VIP masterminds. We have certain limits for all those.
Yeah. The preparation for the podcast summit was grueling, providing this experience for creators of color, the sun, the vibes, the feel of Miami. It was all worth it. We do have a limit on All-Star. There's a certain amount of people we can feed.
Well, we don't have a limit anymore because we have a bigger room. Yeah, we'll just have to pay for it.
Got it.
Yeah, so you technically could still sell All-Star and Masterminds or have people upgrade.
What do we deliver to a broad audience of people who are in the podcasting space?
I came here to learn more about branding and how to expand it into a podcast.
Some people are interested in podcasts, and they're coming to find out how they can finally launch this podcast that's in their head.
So I'm also here to learn about how I can monetize my podcast that I'm looking to launch in September and protect my brand legally.
But there's another group of people who have been podcasting, but they have no idea what they're doing. It's not growing. They're not getting more views. They're not getting more downloads.
I want to learn how to monetize. I want to learn how to grow. I just want to learn how to, engage with the people more. I'm just a mom who just wanted to do something crazy.
But you're holding it intentionally so there's more energy outside.
Correct.
Got it. Okay. All right. Well, do your thing, man. If we're behind, how do we make up for it, or we just push everything back a little bit?
I think there are breaks that will naturally adjust.
Got it.
And get us back on track. Yeah.
What's the lobby looking like? Is it busy? Are they out there? Did they show up? So once I got out on the stage, I looked out and I saw a packed room on a Sunday. I was just energized. I was really just blown away because now I know that the people are here. We're about to feed.
You see it? Y'all see it? Do you see it? In the back, do y'all see it? Can y'all feel it? Y'all know it? Your life is going to change in the next 12 months.
Let me tell you about something I've never seen before. I've never actually seen a podcast booth set up for creatives to create in real time. So I'm talking about networking on steroids. You just met somebody in the room. You want to actually have a quick little interview or a quick little meeting. You could take them into one of the booths, ask them all the questions you really want to ask them in real time, record and document that, and actually put that content out right now. I've never seen that before. Crazy.
Get where you need to get to how that feels.
Camera was shaking during the podcast interview, so we got to figure something out.
I think when you're looking at production of anything, you should always be looking at it from a pessimistic perspective. What can I do to improve? What can I do to make this thing better? It might be the smallest change. People aren't looking at what's wrong. You could record a whole episode and there's a trash can behind you that nobody sees because nobody's looking at what's wrong. They're only looking at, oh, this is a good shot.
Yeah, that's the one thing you can't hide doing a live event. You know what I mean? Like, say I launch a book. You don't know how many I sold. You know what I mean? Say I launch a t-shirt brand. Hey, get the shirts. I can be like, yo, it's popping. People are buying the shirts. Almost sold out. But a live event, like, if nobody's there, everybody knows that nobody's there.
One of my biggest takeaways from the podcast summit so far was like an aha moment first when Donnie said, don't edit. I was like, mind blown, because I be doing the most with trying to edit my podcast and stuff.
I actually launched my podcast yesterday, and then I got to actually experience the content room, and I got to film some episodes for my podcast.
I have been able to network from the moment I got off my plane. Thank you guys so much for the podcast summit. This has been an amazing experience, and this is just day one.
Who believes they have a 7-figure podcast inside of them? It sounds good. It sounds real good. Get pen and paper out. Let's get to work.
Me and my partner Donnie made an offer more on the entrepreneurial side where you can have us as business partners.
David gets really nervous about like asking for the money. He gets excited about a product. He wants to do it all the time. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this. But when it's time to ask for the money, he gets scared and it's all on me.
It's David Shands, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, it's Rashad, one half of Earn Your Leisure. I'm at the podcast summit right now. My boy David Shands put it together, and it's very important that we have this kind of dialogue because there's no blueprint, there's no college course to actually learn how to, be a superstar in a new age in media. So these type of formats, these type of programs are extremely important.
But now
I've
been wanting to create. I've always wanted to be one. But
it's
the consistency part.
Yep.
Shit ain't working. It's working stuff.
Yeah.
So when
Here go the thing. You don't know if it's not working. That's the problem. So like I said, when we was doing Thank God It's Monday, we had 50 people watching. Was it working or not? It was. We just didn't see the evidence till later.
Okay.
What's faith? The substance?
The things hope for and the evidence things.
So if you got faith that it's gonna work, as long as you know, listen, I say this, if you can get 5 people to listen, you can get 10. If you can get 10, you can get 50. If you can get 50, you can get 200. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you got people right, and so a lot of people get caught up because they don't got the big numbers and they ain't got the huge following.
Right.
Stay consistent with the content.
On the side. But
But again, like you said, we don't want to box her in.
I mean, if we can have them placed and then just quickly from like here, right here, after they sit.
That works. That works so good. We are setting up the set for the Babis. She is interviewing a surprise celebrity guest.
Well, Rick Ross isn't coming anymore. He was supposed to be Trina's guest. So now we're trying to find another celebrity that's in Miami that'll come and interview.
I am about to interview Trina. This was not originally a part of the program. There are some things that I'm going to ask her about stuff that I don't know about.
The woes of doing something good. And we were running on time the whole time. So there's one issue.
I guess I don't need to talk about that too much, but I mean, it's a part of the journey. If I'm being honest, man, the highlight of the conference for me was the testimonials. I mean, you put all this time and energy into an event. You're like, yo, did everybody have a good time? Was everyone pleased? Or are they gonna cancel me Monday morning? And the testimonials, the tears, the rave reviews. And it wasn't me, it was the fact that they got a gumbo of information that was tailored towards them.
So the biggest thing I got yesterday was learning how to reach out to sponsors, getting the correct pitch deck going, and also when it comes to branding and making sure that whenever you're pushing yourself on YouTube that you have a good thumbnail and a good description.
One thing that I learned that I'm going to implement immediately is one, make sure all my operations are in order. Two, thinking about branding, specifically what Mario talked about of like what brands can you actually work with and what does that look like to actually get sponsorship.
The podcast summit in 2 days transformed my life, and it just opened my mind as to how far I can go with my podcast, any pivots that I may need to make or any rebranding that I need to make.
So we're just going bigger. We're just going bigger. We're just going bigger.